Everybody, hello. This is Johnny TV. How is everybody doing? Long Donk Donger, how you doing? This is Johnny TV. We are live, and what we're gonna do here is hello, Rainbow Melon, Texas Granny. Texas Granny, I'm so sorry I couldn't put the video on here, but I played it. Run to Johnny TV. That's what we're looking for. Texas Granny's doing a hell of a job over here on what she's doing in the back scenes of Johnny TV. And I appreciate you so much. Barbara Buffalo, Being Green. Hello, everybody. Idaho Farmer, how's everybody doing? Christine, how is everybody doing? Carol H. And I just want to say thank you guys for everything that you are doing over here. Thank you so much. Trucker Girl, how are you, Trucker Girl? Rainbow Melon, Little Willow.
Yeah. Trucker Girl, congratulations on getting married.
PZ says, Trucker Girl, thank you for getting married.
Congratulations.
Congratulations for you getting married. And let me put my link in the chat in case anybody wants to come up, because we're going to get this party started fucking right. And here we go. Okay. Stone Sailor, how you doing, my friend? Did I say hello to Mean Green yet? Hello, Mean Green. How are you? How's everybody doing? I'm glad everybody's doing okay today. And that's all we can think about is everybody being okay. Trucker Girl, you're more than welcome to be here anytime you want to be, because we love you. And I'm so tinkled pink that you got married. Congratulations. And all the good stuff like that. Okay, hold on, guys. And all the good stuff like that. Okay. Okay, here we go. The message is pinned now on top of the chat. I'm glad everybody's here tonight, and If you're Tinkle, Johnny, you get married? Didn't you get married? No, I never got married. I never married. Johnny, are you and PZ married? No, we're not married. No, we're not married, but we've been together for 6 years, going on 7 years now. I hope Jim showed our picture. No, Trucker Girl, he has not showed the picture yet, but he will eventually. And I'm glad everybody's doing good. Anybody wants to come up on the panel, you're more than welcome to come up on the panel. It's all good here in the hood. Johnny, if you get married, can I be the flower girl? Yes, you can, Mary. Yes, you can, Mean Green. Yes, you can. I don't know why I always thought that Johnny and PZ were married. 6 years, I thought that is great. Yeah, Idaho Farmer. Yeah, we've been together for going on 7 years. And PZ's my best friend, and he's my partner in crime. He's my partner in everything that we do. Father Edwin, is this you, Edwin? No, it's not. Sorry, buddy, you can't come up. I don't know you. Rainbow Melon.
Johnny!
What's up?
Let me turn my volume so you can hear me. It's kind of weird when I'm on this droid, you guys. I'm in the dork. Let me turn my heat down. I'm sitting in my car. I'm at work. I had to move my car from where I was at.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because I had to really, when I was running a little late and I had to like find a parking spot really quick and I didn't like where I parked. Happens sometimes. Can you hear me really good?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect. You're doing good.
Great. I don't know why my volume is so low on my phone, but Johnny,
yeah,
you're tickled pink about somebody getting married. Why don't you get married? So we gotta be tickled over here.
Well, let me tell you something, Rainbow Melon.
Yeah.
Hello, Big Vic. How are you? I have asked PZ to marry me, and he said no.
What the hell is that?
He's not ready yet.
How long you guys been together?
We've been together almost 7 years.
Why is he ready? Is he waiting for the 10-year mark?
I'm not the Marion type.
He's not the Marion type.
Oh my goodness. He just a living type?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Living in sin.
What'd he say?
Living in sin.
Johnny, can you repeat that? Because my volume is so low on my phone.
Say it again, Paul.
Living in sin.
Living in sin.
Yeah, you are living in sin.
Hello, Rizman. Hello, Scott Lawson. No, your voice is doing good over here, Rainbow.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's probably because I'm at work and they always like to mess with the Wi-Fi here. They scramble the Wi-Fi so we can't use it or piggyback off it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're a headache here. It's not just that. It's just that we have so many computers in here that are running the system and that we work on these cars and stuff. Uh-huh. And the other stuff, everything's programmed. So I think we all feed off the same Wi-Fi. So it kind of slows it down to some spots that I be at where it doesn't work at all.
Yeah, we figured that out when we went to go see Madonna, and I was trying to do a live show for you guys when we went and saw Madonna.
Yeah. Yeah,
Madonna was a good concert. Yeah.
Oh, she gives great concerts. I've never been to one of them. I wish I had been. But when I used to watch them all the time, when she has like her HBO specials and whatnot, I would watch some of her concerts and they were great.
Yeah.
After she got something nice for herself for her birthday.
Did you get something nice for yourself for your birthday?
Yeah, you guys, you know what I did with some of that money, you guys? I did go to the grocery store and bought a bunch of junk. I kind of pigged out for myself because it was my birthday. I'm going to get me something sweet, you know? But I ended up buying one of those red light therapy things.
Oh, that's
You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for your skin. It's good for your joints if you have some pain. I've been having like some back pain. The job they had me on yesterday really kicked my ass. So I've been looking at the order and see when it's going to arrive. I keep checking it out and see when it's going to get here because I need it. I really appreciate it, guys, because that's one of the things I bought.
No
That's
problem. We love you, Rainbow, and we really care about everybody that's over here. You know what I mean?
So thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys. And I'll let you guys know how it works. Maybe I'll show you guys the red light therapy thing.
Yeah, there you go. Show us how it works, and you wear it.
Okay, I can do that. I can show it to you guys.
And as a matter of fact, I got Mr. X's package. Do you guys want to see what he got me?
Yes.
All right, let me show you real quick. Hold on. Let me put myself on camera. Okay.
Can we have a countdown or something before you show it? Like don't show yourself now and have a countdown and then show it.
Okay, I'll do a countdown.
Let's build it up.
Yeah, I'll do a countdown.
Yeah, why not?
It's just a gay microphone.
Let's make some suspense out of this shit.
All right. He got me a 1 cup, 3 drinks where I could put 3 different Slurpees inside here. There's 3 slots in here. See the 3 straws?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's cool and everything, but is your mouth that big?
No, it's mine and PZ's mouth. They're going to go around. And then and then he got me this right here. It comes in a case.
Yeah.
We're gonna put X and N on it. He got me this right here, a microphone.
Oh, that's not. Oh, wasn't that his old microphone or something?
No, this is the new one. This is the gay one.
That's freaking cool. I love pink anyway, so I'm sold.
Yeah, so we're
nice.
We're gonna put on their X and N news on there too. And
so that cup that you have with the 3 straws, is that for like Slurpees and stuff? When you you have different colors or something like that? I used to mix mine.
Yeah, we can.
Do you mix your Slurpee?
Yeah, I used to when I used to drink Slurpees. Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
The only thing I can have now is the small Slurpees. So
yeah.
I know how much to drink out of that big cup. I don't know how much to drink. So me and PZ will just do like a Coca-Cola one. We'll do a pina colada, and then we'll do a berry one. Yeah, berry drink. Yeah.
Well, just suck out of one at a time.
Yeah, suck out of it one time. Suck it.
Yeah. Do the Michelle.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing I got. Hold on, I got this other thing I got.
Oh shit. Do we need a drum roll?
No.
Maybe that's a fucking phone ring.
No, I got this for myself for Christmas.
Okay.
And it's hold on, let me take it out of the box.
My nose is running, guys.
Your nose is running?
Weather is weird. Now it's all warm here.
Okay, you know how Jim said he got a microphone today?
Yeah.
I got a microphone today too.
Oh shit. Look at you.
And it comes in different colors and everything. Yeah, it lights up real pretty. Yeah.
Oh, that's freaking cool.
Yeah, that's cool, I guess. I like it. You know what I mean?
That was nice of Mr. X. That's very kind of him. That's nice.
Yeah, it is.
It's nice when you're like expecting something in the mail and then it actually comes. You're like, and then you're checking the tracking number like I'm doing for my red light therapy. I keep checking the tracking number. I know that's what you were doing, Johnny.
Yep, I was.
I love having gifts in the mail.
Edwin, how you doing, Edwin? Nice to see you, Edwin.
I'm about to get off in 3 minutes because my break will be off. Well, it's actually my lunchtime. I have like a half an hour. So I'll be off at 9:30. So okay, I'll time off in 3 minutes. Huh?
I think I'll still be on.
I hope so, Johnny.
Hey, how you like my background? Texas Granny did my background right here. How you like it?
I love it.
Yeah, she made me another one. She made me another video where and I was trying to download it from the computer down to on the screen here so everybody will see it. She did everybody that's running in through a tunnel, so everybody runs to my show. You know what I mean?
Really? Is there pictures on it or something like that?
Yeah, it was a show. I played the song a while ago. Here, I'll play the song real quick again. Hold on.
Okay. I can't. Is she doing it now? Is that what you're waiting for? Or?
No, Sherry did it.
Okay, I'm missing it then. Okay.
I'll show it on this. I'll show it on the screen again. Okay.
All right, that's cool. I have to wait for that.
Where everybody's running through the tunnel. Here, hold on. Let me do it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, here we go. Right here. It's coming up. Right here. Feel the rhythm, feel the rush. Run, 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 run.
Oh, I see. That's cool. You were showing that earlier. I just couldn't really see it really well because I'm on my phone. I see it pretty good now because I'm really studying it this time.
Yeah, she did that for me, and I was trying to download it from my computer to the screen here. How you can share the screen or whatever.
Yeah,
and I don't know. But it went somewhere else in my download, so I got to work with it and fish around with it. Chris Capello, hello, Chris Capello. Nice to see you.
Yeah, it'll be so much better once you put it on the screen. You can see it really good. See all the effects and shit. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Hi, Jennifer. How are you doing, hon? And I called Erica. I called Erica Sutter again. She still is no answer to me. I texted her. She still didn't answer me. I hope she's okay. I hope she's fine.
Huh? Well, she didn't even text you. She's probably going through something, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be all right. Just do some praying for her. It'll work out.
Yeah, I'm praying for her too all the time. Yeah.
All right, I got to get off, Johnny, because I have like 10 minutes to get in the building. And I need to make sure I'm set before I can get out of my car.
Okay, whenever after you get done off of work or whatever, you want to come back up, you can.
If you guys are still on, I got a few more hours to go, but I'll be in the chat regardless. I'll still be around.
Okay, honey.
And I want to say hi to everybody, and thanks again, guys, and see you soon. I'll be in the chat. Bye, Johnny.
Bye. Everybody, that was Rainbow Melon, the only one and only Rainbow Melon. We all love our Rainbow Melon. Yep. Yeah, so you guys are awesome. Stone Sailor, Mean Green, Jesse Roth, Mr. Exposed. How you doing, buddy? You gonna come up, Mr. X? I'd like to see you come up. Everybody's doing good. Everybody's here. Richard, oh, he's here. Bob, I got a song for you, Bob. Hold on. Let me get it, Bob. Let me get it. I told you I was going to play you a song tonight. Oh, shit. Yep, this is for Bob, everybody. Hold on, let me get it. Let me go ahead and get this right here. Let me get it right here. Let me get this right here. All right, Bob, this is for you, Bob.
Rushmore is not the same without a gun. And baby, when it's love, if it's not rough, it isn't fun. I read your heart, show me what it got. Carry my, no, we can read a mama roll the face. Carry my, no, we can read a mama roll the face. She didn't get me nobody. Poker face. I want you to get out of the hook. You could. I'm done with my love, you got it. Like a chicken, like a casino, take your bank before I pay you out. I promise it's promises. Let this end cause I'm mama. Carry my, so we can read them my.
Hey, Bob, the only reason why we sing that song was for you because you like to play poker. So poker face, you always got your poker face game on. You know what I mean? So that's PZ thought of that about you. That's all. Hello, Eric Murphy. How are you, buddy? Yeah, so we have me and PZ's got a lot of things in the works, guys, and we're gonna be hitting the streets pretty soon again. And we're gonna do on Gays on Patrol. As a matter of fact,
Eric's gonna help us.
and Eric Murphy said he will help us. Let me show you something, guys. Let me show you something. No, I can't do that. Good. Thanks, Johnny. Happy 2026. Yeah, good. Happy 2026 to you too. Kara Mahal. How you doing, Kara Mahal? How are you? And we got a good somebody coming up, and it's Stone Sailor.
Hey, buddy. What's up, Johnny? Hello, everybody in the chat.
How are you, my friend?
I'm great. Just wanted to swing by and say hello to everyone. I hear Trucker Girl got married on Christmas. Congratulations. Absolutely. That's a beautiful day to get married, huh?
Yeah.
Christmas Day. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, yeah. And that, and who'd you have up here? You had Rainbow Melon?
At Rainbow Melon.
We had Miss Rainbow Melon. Yeah, I told her when I was a cop, I would have pulled her over for DWF. You know what DWF is?
What's that?
Driving while fine.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna have to pull her out of, ma'am. I'm gonna have to pat you down. I'm gonna have to get you out of the car. No, I'm just kidding. She was telling that story last week that she was getting pulled over last time. I got a helicopter flying over. Hold on, Johnny.
Okay. Yeah, so hello, Kara Mahal, Trucker Girl. Eric Murphy's here.
Carol, Eric, how are you?
Carol H, Texas Granny.
Texas Granny, Barbara, Jesse.
Yeah, Barbara. Heather.
Jennifer. Heather's are you do you work with animals, Heather? I see you have a lot of pictures of animals and tigers and lions and stuff. Awesome pictures.
No.
Mr. X, what's going on
Hey,
with you,
Mr. Rex, how are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up? I'm here. Yeah, I just had to put out a little community tab posting I was going to be over here. Now I'm here.
Okay.
Let the ranting begin.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So we've had this lady, Confluence, been harassing us for a long time. She started again with, this guy's using a fake name to YouTube. But here's the thing. I showed on the show that when you extend that email, real names were given to YouTube. There was no, I mean, like when all these people have violations and you got to send in an ID and all that. Yeah, we showed that today. So she doesn't know what she's talking about. The other big thing is, and if you were on Night Owl Network, you saw this or heard this. Jim talked to 2 different police officers down in Coronado again today. The whole thing was released, including Officer Beebe, who was the first one who told Confluence that her bullshit police case was concluded. And another detective down there. And the detective who answered the phone knew who Confluence was and literally laughed when he heard her name. Literally laughed and called her a whack job. We got the fucking recording. It's on Night Owl Network. So Confluence, yeah, you know, I know that you're somehow getting content or stealing content. And Jim even asked the question, how is she getting the content to you guys in the police department if she's never been a subscriber? Wouldn't that be copyright infringement? So we wanted to make very clearly sure that when we ask for that documentation that she filed, and then if we have to subsequently go ahead and put a lawsuit on her and serve her, that they are not looking at it as stalking. We got it all recorded today. It literally happened today. And that police department couldn't have been nicer to her and said, what was the term they used, Johnny? Cop shopping?
Yeah, cop shopping, yeah.
She is literally going, and she's doing it with governmental agencies too, but going around and cop shopping, and everything will always revert, at least if she continues to cop shop, but I don't know if she still is, will revert back to this initial Coronado Police Department, the fact that they just tossed it. They just tossed it. It's over. So, wow, that couldn't have been any better of a phone call, any better. And I hate to call it an interview because, you know, any state you're allowed to record police officers. If they're recording you, it doesn't really matter. They'll tell you that on the phone. So they literally made her look like a fucking fool. Yeah. But she has the right to file any kind of police report. But Officer Beebe said, you guys are well within your right because what she's doing, and we understand what she's doing. And again, I'm paraphrasing. I don't want to put any words into her mouth. But Officer Beebe laughed too when she knew it was Jim. She's like, oh shit, this again. Not like any concern or anything whatsoever. But you guys are well within your right to drop a civil restraining order on her. She's not going to stop. And she literally said that on the fucking phone today. Confluence, that was on one of our interview shows. We didn't make you look like a fool. These cops don't take you seriously. So all this stuff that you've talked about with cadet programs down in Coronado, you know, it's weird. You and your, I'm going to quote unquote son, we're going to call them a they, them, because I don't want to be disrespectful. I mean, you are the one who's taking underage kids and giving them hormones to transition. That's goofy enough, but I'm allowed to have that thought. I mean, I don't dislike anybody. I'm just saying it's weird.
I agree with you on that.
It just is what it is. I mean, people, you know, cool. If they want to do that when they were an adult, they want to be called she. If they were born a male, it's just out of respect and decorum, I will do that. I might snicker on the side, but, you know, it is what it is. But here's the thing, Confluence. I spoke to the head of security at San Diego Comic-Con. She gave me her number, and she shit all down the cadet program's mouth too. Not that she said anything bad about the cadets, but they don't really have any control, or they just donate a little bit of money. I literally have that interview. What are you talking about? Now, I know Legal T is your daughter, son, whatever, but today was I think you already knew all this, but today was a bad day for you. Because now Jim is speaking to the records department and is going to get those records. And it's going to be our decision. Now, I don't know what's going to be redacted, you know, but we are well within our rights. And we told the police department this, not we, I wasn't on the phone call. Jim told the police department this, that we are thinking about suing you in San Diego County. Business, I'm telling you, Confluence, it's going to happen to you. You remember me on this show saying that to Leanne? And then watch her crazy goes, they won't show up in the courtroom. Next day we said we got a surprise, bitch. So I'm just saying, I would stop it now. I'd stop it now. I'd go away. I'd let it go fight with some other people, because you're dealing with people who have more money, more knowledge, and we're just going to handle it in a courtroom. We'll just handle it. That's all that it'll be. And if you don't show up and you get a default judgment, Then we will get some kind of local investigator, and we're going to find out what bank you bank with. We're going to find out where you live, not to do anything, but to collect our money. That's what'll happen. So you can make all the posturing you want. You had Doug Hutton dead to rights when he porn revenged you and showed your boobs. You had him, and you got nothing done. All bark, no bite. You literally got nothing done, and you had this guy dead to rights. They said that you weren't even in the ballpark of getting anything done to me or Jim. There wasn't anything even close. Sure, do they look it over and give it a fair shake? Yeah. In Coronado, everybody knows the military town. There's a naval base down there. There's good people down there. They're good cops. They said even if a rogue police department were to pick this up, any DA would look at it and throw it out. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but that's literally what they said. Now, you're going to trans agencies, governmental agencies, IC3. We have like a Copyright Claims Board suit or claim against Leanne. We filed against IC3.gov and proved that she's stealing over the internet, which we could probably do with you too, because you're stealing as well. That doesn't do anything.
Hey, Wyatt.
It's time. It's just time to go away, Confluence. You're not a very bright person. What you're selling and trying to prove is inaccurate. When that email that you see, it says Xavier McDaniel. If you see when the email's popped open and opened up, you're going to see it's actually from Mark Terry. Not me, but Mark Terry is on that email. They know that's Mark Terry's email address. And I can tell you this, no IP address was ever hidden over here. So if that was really stupid to try to create business interference, when that's a term we've been talking a lot about, and we got Jim's, been a private investigator. It's a different thing to be a private investigator in California than it is in some of these other states. I have no problem ponying up and taking a little trip down to San Diego. If I have to take the train, I'll do it. I'll be there. Will you? And I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you're getting yourself closer to it happening. And what are you going to do? You're going to counter? Because you think something that somebody gave some address or this or that you think you're right? There's something in this world that's called proof. I got it. And you continue to do it, and we haven't really talked about you that much, but now we are. You wanted to start off 2026. See, I think you wanted to start off 2026 because all your buddies are falling apart, and you want some attention. And here's the thing. We're just probably going to stop talking about it. And what will happen is one day there'll be a knock. You'll hear it at your door, right? KD? Yeah? I got a Open up. No, I'm not going to open up. Let me go and work at the dentist office. Hey, I want to get my teeth done. Oh, okay, I can do that. I drive from person to person. Okay. You've been served, biatch. That's what's going to happen. So that's number one. Well, number two, let's talk about this douchebag, Michael Saccio, the onset monkey. I guess he's posting, this is sent over to me, about like we're in trouble because Angel Gotti hasn't been on. Douchebag, I haven't been on Angel Gotti's show since like fucking November.
Hello,
I've been on Angel Gotti's show for 6 weeks. He's just
trying to stir the pot. He's just trying to get you.
What a fucking idiot.
He is an idiot, yeah.
What a fucking idiot. I haven't been. And Michael, you're asking questions. So I got some questions. You're asking questions about how long it takes a movie. My first question is, you worked in all the industry all these years. Where's your movie? And we explain this on other shows, but I'll kind of regurgitate it here. There's the triangle. Everybody knows about it. Fast, cheap, good. It's actually a Hollywood a Filmmaker magazine article about this written by Mark Terry. You can go look it up. I don't think you've written any articles for any magazines. They would never ask you. But you get to choose 2 of the 3. And we've talked about this a lot. Whatever one you don't choose, or whatever 2 you do choose, the one you don't choose is the one you don't get. So we're going to say cheap is kind of an automatic with independent movies. You guys mentioned $400,000. Somebody put that out there because that was the max level that was allowable in that SAG contract. We spent more than that, but we don't like to give out proprietary information because it doesn't do us any good either way, but we spent more than that. So fast, cheap, and good. Choose two. Well, it's cheap. I mean, anything under $1 million is cheap, right? Anything under $5 million is cheap. See, somebody like you would not like movies under $2 million because we don't have to deal with IATSE. We don't have to deal with Teamsters. And frankly, the only person we got to deal with is Screen Actors Guild. We like the Teamsters and the brothers and the sisters over there, but frankly, under $2 million, you don't have to deal with them. Just saying you wouldn't know that, but I'll give you that as for a free one. So, and we want it to be good as it could be with under $1 million. And it's not going to be Avatar, but it's going to be as good as it's going to be. So therefore, it's not fast, right? Good and cheap, not fast. So when you shoot an independent movie, and it's not any secret that we shot on weekends while working a full-time job during the week, Monday through Friday, over a year, you write the movie, you develop it 1 year, you shoot it another year. It takes a year to do post-production and probably a year for it to come out. That's how it works. So then what happens is the digital conversion happens and the movie was finished in standard definition and we have HD. See, Michael, you might know this if you had $30 and you bought that Blu-ray. What Blu-ray do you have? Oh, you've never had a film that you've made that's been released on DVD or Blu-ray. Of course you haven't. So Michael, here's what happens. There's actually a documentary, and I'm tempted to put the documentary on Mr. Expose You because I don't think you'd watch it because you would actually learn something about the industry. But you would hear the editor of that film talk about how he had a son when we were restoring it, how his mother died, how the pandemic happened. So in 2017, we 100% get the rights, and we got to rescan all that film. And then he starts recutting it again, but from digibetas and mini DV tapes, literally rescanning tens of thousands of feet of film. It's not cheap to do. That's not free, okay? And what happens is some of the scans aren't very good. Some of them are dirty, but we roughly have it done. Well, he starts doing an offline, and he didn't realize the offline with 30 frames per second. I mean, he realized it, but he didn't fully take it in. And nobody had done a restoration at that point. Should have been 24 frames per second, a simple error. And he's like, okay, I kind of got to recut all this. I could frame rate adjust it. Nobody's helping us. There's nobody we could talk to about how you run a scan station, except for the guy who sells them. You know what I mean? So we get all this stuff done, and we realize, the footage is rough after we've been sitting in a closet for 15 years or whatever, 12, 15 years. And we got to figure out something else. Back in the day, Michael, and I know you only put stuff on shelves, but there used to be DAT tapes, digital audio tapes. Everything's just recorded digitally now. We had all these DAT tapes, that had to be from the original audio, the original ADR. They all had to be converted and figured out. Then we had some guy scan it in the wrong frame rate. Then we went to a different scanner because we hired him. One guy scratched the film. Then we get the actors back. And what happens is the 2 days before we start our ADR, it's called dialogue replacement. When you go back in and dub your lines, the pandemic happens and they can't come back out for like a year plus. One guy won't come back out for 2 years. So we work on more. We get some music. We got the comic book stuff. We go out. We shoot another 20 days. All that stuff takes time and money. Now, are you just going to deplete your money when you're in LA and, you're paying rent and things are expensive and all that? Of course not. But all these things are what it takes to sell a film. Then we made a DCP, which, you've never made a DCP because you've never had a film that's played at a movie theater. Make a DCP. We get it into a festival. We sell it in distribution. Next thing you know, 3-4 years go by. 5 years go by. So there's one era of a movie. Then there's another era of a movie. See, the difference is between somebody like me and you is I've done what you've done. I have gone on to set and worked as a work for hire, as a monkey, okay? Where I just go on there and I work out however many days they need me and they leave. It's not my film. Maybe I get residuals. Well, I do. At this point, they don't send any. And then I've done it the other way where I've been the producer. Where ask Coppola. It could take 10 years to make a movie. I don't understand how you don't understand this. So, like you mentioned SVU, and that's a big television show. It's been on over 20 years, 25 years. And it's already got its money in place, but there's still the hurry up and wait and, editing, but they can punch it through the pipeline. But when you're an independent film, things take a long time. I suggest you maybe, for reference, go watch the documentary on Apocalypse Now called Hearts of Darkness, where at the beginning Coppola looks all heavy and by the end of it he's all skinny and having a nervous breakdown. I mean, this is what it takes to make a movie, and that's obviously at a much higher level. How would this monkey know that? Well, he wouldn't. So he's going to shit talk it. Now, here we go. Here's the big thing. Look at all these views I got. Look at me. Look at me. I got all these views on YouTube. But you never talked about how much money you made. How much you make, Michael? Michael, where's all your money at? Michael, so you're spending all those hours online? And that's great if you got 232 concurrent viewers. Johnny Yarborough and I had a conversation today. And he said, I want to do more. And we were talking about ideas and this. And I said, you know what I think the best thing is for YouTube? And tell me if I'm wrong, Johnny.
Okay.
I think the best thing for YouTube, obviously you want to have good and interesting content, is consistency.
Yeah.
Just consistency. You come on every Wednesday night like Angel Gotti. People get used to it. People get into the groove of the community. And even if they don't give a fuck what I'm saying here, if what I'm saying here is boring to half the chat, they get to talk to each other. They go and they say, hey, Eric Murphy. Hey, Barbara Buffalo. And they can carry their own conversation. This is white noise while they're at work. So what you've done, Saccio, is you've managed to be consistent. I have watched some of your shows, and I swear to God, this is the truth. I don't know if you are or not. I don't know if you're monetized or not. In probably maybe the hour and a half that I've spent since I've become aware of who you are, and I don't even know why you dislike me. I think it's because you're jealous of me. I'm 20 years younger than you. I've done way more in the industry. Nobody's ever interviewed you for the Hollywood Reporter or Variety. Nobody knows who the fuck you are unless you're talking about me or Jim. I've never seen a Cash App come in for you. I've never seen anybody, while I've skimmed through your show or watched a bit, I've never seen a super sticker. And we all know, because Jim and I, and obviously Johnny's been on YouTube and this and that the advertising is like no money. So millions of views and this and that. I mean, you got to get into the millions for it to be any kind of real money. It's like fucking no money. So this is a hobby for you, sir. You got a kind of an annoying with that fucking New Yorker accent of yours. Fuck you. You're an old man. You've never. I've already accomplished more by the time I turned 30 than you have in your entire career. You've done absolutely nothing. And the only thing that you have, nobody's ever given you an award at a film festival. Nobody ever said, listen, let's bring Michael Saccio up here and let's have him do a Q&A. That's never happened, not that I'm aware of. There's no Blu-ray footage of you doing that. I'm just saying, like, who are you, dude? Who the fuck are you? The only thing you have is an old, shitty, it looks like from the 1970s, paper union card that says you're retired. And I don't know if that's how that local works up there. I can tell you this. Screen Actors Guild has got its own problems. I think every local or every guild does, or union.
Thank you, Texas Rennie.
They actually have, there's one super sticker that's literally happened right now while I've been doing this 10 or 15 minute rant that I've ever seen Saccio get. Never seen him get a super sticker. Never. Maybe I missed him. My bad. But even Screen Actors Guild gives out plastic cards.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody doing, there's a Screen Actors Guild Awards. Is there a local jabroni, whatever you're in up there in New York awards? Are you invited to it? I got a lot of friends that have art directors that have made it to a high level, and I respect that skill set. But, dude, who are you? Who are you? You are an old man who got into this industry and just started to work. And your one accomplishment, and I'll give you credit for this, and I've said this before, if it's what you're saying is the truth, which I don't know if it ever is or not. If what you're saying is the truth, the only thing you've ever done is vested inside of a union. You got your retirement. Good for you. but nobody knows who the fuck you are. Nobody knows who you are. So it is what it is. I appreciate everybody who comes over here. You know, the Angel Gotti show is doing what it's doing. She's going live tomorrow night. I haven't been over there, Saccio, in 7 weeks. Last time I was over there, somebody was threatening me, and then you never saw that guy again. So, Michael, it's time to grow up, but I don't know if it's the right time for you. You know, there are a lot of smoke and mirrors in this industry. Just because you show something doesn't mean it's the actual truth. I mean, are those real numbers that you're showing? Could be AI. I mean, we know that there's a lot of these jabronis online that fucking have all kind of AIs and alts and this and that. I don't know. But one thing that for sure is true is the money. You can't fake a super sticker. You can't fake a Cash App. That's what's legitimate. And sir, you don't have that. And you certainly don't have a movie. So I would say, if talk about putting like a crystal on a shelf or something, that's what you're qualified to do. You know, you're not qualified to talk about how to deliver a film. Have you ever delivered a film, Michael? You stupid little fuck. I mean, really, have you? You ever dealt with a dialogue list? You ever had to create closed captions? See, the difference is somebody like me, and this is the kind of person I am. I hire the cheap company to do closed caption, the absolute cheapest company. And you can actually do it through YouTube too.
Hi, Joanne.
And then what we do is we go back and then we redo it ourselves. We take their closed caption. We make sure that it's absolutely right. So they do the base. See, all these little things. A music cue sheet. Do you know what an M&E is? Have you ever delivered an M&E to an international distributor?
I'm sure he knows what an enema is because he talks about it.
He's delivered an M&E track to an international distributor?
No, an enema. He talked about getting an enema in Thailand.
Well, of course he's been to Thailand.
I thought you said an enema. Okay, you said something else. All right.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about delivering M&E, which is called music and effects, where you separate the music and effects track and you deliver that so they can dub something in German. I mean, this movie that you're shit talking, Michael, you know it's released in Germany, Thailand, Russia, and a bunch of other places. Nobody knows who the fuck you are in the United States. Why? Because you got 200 people watching you? That's not the same as having over 1,000 subscribers and being on Roku and Netflix. You're on a free platform. Anybody can be on here. But you're not Mr. Beast either. You're certainly not doing as well as Jim did when he was on YouTube. You're not even doing what Johnny Yarbrough does over here. I'm not trying to put Johnny down, but it's like, Johnny Yarbrough literally just got a super sticker. I've never seen you get one.
And he won't because all of his followers are the troll army. That's all. They're all the rejects from, that Angel washed out and SoFlo washed out. Yeah, you guys washed out, flushed down the toilet completely. And those guys don't tip, man. They complain a lot, but they don't tip. You know what I'm saying? They don't send cash apps.
Yeah, and I can tell you this, Michael, I mean, we could talk about this all day, but it's like, that this group just bought Jim a car. This group, like, for Jim's birthday, that was in December. Jim's birthday in November, early November, he did pretty well on his birthday. I did pretty well on my birthday in October. I mean, these people are very generous, and they've been with us for a couple years. You can't fake that. And we have people that we're tossing from the OTT just simply because we don't trust them. Turning down money. Can you say that? No, look at this screen grab, how many concurrent viewers I have. That could be bullshit for all I know. That could be some kind of bullshit algorithm. We know, you could have 3 devices on at one time with 3 or 4 different screen names. It doesn't mean anything. I know. And then he'll turn into a fumble nuts. I don't want the money. I'm getting a retirement. I don't want the money. It makes me, my other question, Sachi, is how many times you filed residuals? I have. I did it twice last year through the Screen Actors Guild. You ever paid anybody residuals because you're making money? I don't think so. You never even completed a film. How have you economically bettered the industry? I'm just saying.
True.
How have you made the industry better? You haven't.
Mr. X, Mr. X, I can tell you what he also doesn't have, okay? I can also tell you what else he doesn't have. He doesn't have this. Bam! XNN
that.
News microphone.
You got the
Nice.
You see what
Yeah,
we put on there? We put XNN.
Yeah, nice. That looks like a bedazzled. There it is. There's the pink microphone.
XNN.
Look at that,
XNN.
Adam.
And when Jim called his uncle or whatever, we found out that he was using his uncle's resume, saying
Yeah.
it was him
What was his nephew, I think.
or nephew. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell you this, Sachio. I mean, I got a good buddy of mine who's a stunt coordinator. He said he'd put me on anytime. I've never even been to New York City. I'm tempted just to go there just to, work the day. I don't know if I want to fly across the country for some guy that I haven't really known even existed more than 2 months.
Okay,
But just
Jimmy.
working on SVU and looking around afterwards.
New York is worth it.
Not when you don't like to fly, though. Anyway, I like the microphone, Johnny. That's a microphone I sent over to Johnny for the XNN. Actually, it does work. You bedazzle it.
I got to learn where to charge it up at.
Well, you don't have to do that. The reason I sent it to you is you don't even have to have it charged up. All you got to do is just hold it without like a cord, and people think it's like a wireless mic.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like this is, rocket science. You just say, hey, what's this? And when you're holding the mic, they'll get more serious.
Hey, you know how Jim got himself a new microphone for the laptop and for his desktop? Bam!
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yep, I got this today too, Mr. X.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah, I always plug mine in. I got a Yeti Blue.
Mine,
plug it in and get it close, get all the gain correct and all the, the settings correct, and it'll sound a little bit better.
Yeah, mine's called a USB sensor microphone.
Yeah, mine connects to the USB too.
Hey, Mr. X, I got a question for you because you're in that business.
Yeah.
What do these guys get paid to do these movies that would go straight to DVD? Like Seagal made like 20 movies, went straight to DVD. After he was like, he wasn't as big as he was. What do you think he got a movie?
It depends. So a guy like him, who's like an international star that will sell international territories, if he's producing it, I mean, he might have a chunk of it, but it who knows what his day rate is or what his rate is for the entire movie. Some of these guys, like I heard as an example, you remember, God, who was the guy who was Kill Bill? Carradine, David Carradine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he was like working for $1,500 a day before he died. Oh, by the way, he died in Thailand too.
Yeah.
Kind of a weird death. But anyway, so he was working for $1,500 a day. If you're getting close to getting your pension and health or your health insurance, you might work for less just to get it. But a guy like Seagal, where if he's in the movie, regardless if he's wearing a hat or only half his face is in the movie, he could be $100,000.
So he's not getting a mill.
No,
he's not.
There's no way you would make that kind of money back on those kind of movies, even with international sales, not with the way streaming's set up now. Now, I'll tell you,
some of his movies would go straight to like China or straight to Japan, and you couldn't even find the movie in the U.S. It was weird.
Big international, and China really China at least, all my.
And he spoke Japanese fluently. He lived there, so he spoke it fluently.
Media, they were stealing a lot, so you wouldn't really get from China. Japan used to pay a lot. I remember that was one of the few territories we never sold. We almost sold it. We had a deal in place, then a fucking tsunami hit. Poor me. But I tell you a quick little story. I've told this story before. I don't know if I've ever told the ending of the story, but I've spoke to Seagal before. I have a Steven Seagal movie or story. I'm sorry, not a movie. Story. I was working with that camera car company with the Russian arm, and he called up. And I've told the story before, so you might not have heard this. And he said, "Hey, I'm an actor and I'm a producer and I want to rent the equipment." And usually you got like a production coordinator, a production scheduler call up. Like I remember I had Vic Armstrong call me before, and I know nobody here probably would know who he is. He's one of the few stunt guys who's got an Oscar. He was Harrison Ford's stunt doubles for years, like a huge stunt coordinator, like one of the biggest. And I'm like, Vic, and I was like, Armstrong? He's like, yeah. I was like, this guy's a fucking legend. So those are the kind of guys that would call, the second unit director and book the equipment. This guy calls up and he's like, and I didn't know who he was. Yeah, I'm an actor and I'm a director. And I'm like, who gives a fuck? Do you want to book this equipment or not? This is like in 2007. And he's like, yeah. And he kept talking, and you could tell he wanted me to ask, who are you? And I'm like, okay, well, the arm and the head's $2,600 a day. There's an operator of the boom, and that costs $750 for 10. They're a 1099, and then the tech is $550 for 10. Then you got to put it on a camera car. We got different camera car companies we work with. You got to have a remote focus, which is called a Preston Fizz, Focus Iris Zoom. We have all this stuff, or you can, if you have it yourself, or you got a camera rental house that you work with, just get it from them. If you're trying to save money. Oh, okay. Yeah. I've been directing and producing for years. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And he goes, you don't know who I am, are you? And I go, no, sir. I'll take your name down, and we could book the equipment and block it off for a certain amount of time. This is Steven Seagal. I'm like, what? I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my God, Sam, this is ridiculous. And he goes, I talked to your boss in Venice Beach. Don't tell anybody. I met her at a sushi. And I was like, okay, yeah, you talked to her. And she's like, yeah, we can work a deal and something like that. Okay. Well, if you work a deal, get it from her. But I just book the equipment and make sure it goes out, comes in, yada, yada. So he goes, my just one request is this. I said, okay, yeah, what would you like? He goes, here's my personal cell number. I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with this. But he's like, just don't tell anybody I called. I'm like, fuck. So I'll go, no problem. So it's one of those, like, remember they used to have the phones.
That could be like CIA code, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if you told he's going to have to kill you.
So you have back in the day, this is around 2007, they had like the wireless cordless phones that were like for a regular phone line, but you put them on a charger, you put them off a charger, and walk around. Okay. So put it on the charger, beep, beep, makes a little beep sound. And then once I know it's completely hung up and maybe 30 seconds went by, I called up Jim. And I called up Jim and I said, Jim, guess what? I think I told the story on Angel Gotti's show and on the OTT before. Jim, dude, I never did this. Because like the people who are calling are production coordinators and stuff. Like you wouldn't know who the fuck they are. Jim, guess what? By the way, one of the production coordinators, there was a movie that came out in Comic-Con like 20 years ago. It's actually on YouTube. It's Batman versus the Predator versus the Alien. And the guy who was Boner in, I think Charles in Charge, played the Joker in it. Okay. That group of people went on to become all the production coordinators in the office for Michael Bay. And they invited me to the Transformers rap party. Really good people. I saw the main guy of that group. His name's Orlando. And he was in front of that art installation that has all the lights in front of the art museum, the Academy Museum, where I got yelled at for walking through there with a drone. And I sent him the footage and he was laughing his ass off. He's a fan of Samurai Priest, by the way, because that was all going on at the same time. Just spoke to him the other day. He's like, oh my God, I was just there. That's so funny. You got in trouble. We were bullshitting just back and forth. These are the kind of people that I was dealing with. While I don't know, Sashio maybe or maybe wasn't in this industry. I don't fucking know. So back to Seagal. So I called Jim. I was like, yeah, dude, I just talked to Seagal. You won't believe this. Holy shit, he's weird. All this shit. I was like, you won't, I can't believe he kept trying to tell me he's a director and I didn't give a shit. He told me not to tell anybody. He's like, oh, dude, that's crazy. We were laughing. He goes, did you say anything to him? Did you talk about, Under Siege or Marked for Death or anything? I go, no, not really. I go, I should have told him my name was Bobby Lupo, Yeah. That one little scene where he starts beating somebody up with a cue ball.
Yeah. A great movie. Out for Justice.
Out for Justice. That's another one. Yeah, Above the Law. He had like his early on movies. His like first 4 or 5 movies are like great. Like for what they are.
Under Siege was an awesome movie, and it was Navy. I loved it.
Executive Decision. He's got a few that are like then they kind of started falling off a little bit. And then he started, I don't know. So what happens here is I hang up with Jim, boop, boop, and as soon as I put it on that fucking thing, boop, boop, bring, bring, it starts ringing again. Like I couldn't even put it down for a second. And there was, back those phones back in the day, there'd be like, tick, tick. You would hear somebody kind of beep in. If there was somebody, beep, boop, there'd be like a beep if there was somebody else calling in, like call waiting. No beep. Literally the second I put the phone down, the phone rings again. I pick it up and I'm like, yeah, Filmotechnic. It's Mr. X. Hey, how can I help you? Have you called anybody? I swear to fucking God, like it was like quiet for a second. It was like his voice was all like taken. Did you call anybody? And I go, Steven? He goes, yeah. You didn't talk to anybody, did you? And I go, no. He goes, well, were you on the other line? I said, yeah, Bobby Lupo. I started laughing.
The glimmer man. You're the
Yeah, the glimmer. Yeah, that was, So he's like, okay, I just wanted to make sure. So all these years passed, and I probably told this story. If you hear like David Spade's got a goofy Seagal story, I've told this story like 5 times on the air. Okay, repeating it. And so what happens is I talk to my old boss. She just checks in with me like right before Christmas recently. And I said, I've told this story about Seagal, and I know, he never ended up renting the equipment. What happened there? And Michael Sacchio, I hope you're listening because this has got a point. And this goes to your point too, Sailor. So whatever happened to that guy? I mean, obviously he's still out there making movies. He's wearing hats during movies. He's got the hairpiece, whatever. I mean, he's still doing his thing. I mean, I'm not shit talking the guy. God bless him. He's still out there. He's still working. I go, how come we never heard from him again? He wanted the equipment for free. And I'm thinking Mr. X is the only person who gets the equipment for free. Not you, Steven Seagal. You don't know anybody over here. You got to spend a bunch of time over here to get that equipment.
That's how
for free.
Crazy they get. That's how arrogant they get.
And he goes, yeah, because of who he is. And she's a very strict Ukrainian / Russian woman. She's a business, shrewd. She don't give a fuck, right? She don't care. She's about making money. She don't give a fuck who he is. She's not a movie person. She doesn't care about like the history of movies or anything. I remember I used to go over to her house and she would like watch like Anaconda Part 2 with like David Hasselhoff. It's like, what is this bullshit you're watching? She's like, I just like this fun entertainment stuff. So maybe you're in this industry. Maybe you want to see like Citizen Kane or something.
No, she grew up in the USSR. That's all 80 years of communism and atheism.
Yeah, she's not into any of that kind of stuff.
No, they're very dark. They have a very dark personality.
Nobody liked her. I liked her. So what happened was, she said, and that goes to your point. If he was making a bunch of money, or his productions were making a bunch of money, he wouldn't have gone and said, I'm Steven Seagal, let me get this equipment for free. He would have just, Transformers calls up and says, hey, listen, it's $7,800 for a week. Okay, put us down for 3 weeks. It's not even a question. They got it. It's like nothing to them. They got the money's already there. So if you're an independent film and you're trying to kind of get by and you're trying to save a buck or two, or it's your movie, or you can help the movie because of your name as a producer, actor, yeah, you're going to do that. And I respect the hustle. But it's not like he had the money. And maybe he went around to a lot of people and did that. I know I would. But the point is, if he was making a ton of money, or was in the position that I Am Legend was in, or Fast and Furious, or Transformers, or any of the films that were going on. There was even a film at that time that was a ripoff of Fast and Furious called Redline with Eddie Griffin, the comedian. They had the money.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember that. That tank
crashed some kind of Lamborghini by the guy who was they had the money. So my question is, or the answer to all this story is not to tell stories and try to, story I've told. It goes to what your question is. I don't think he made a ton of money. Not recently. He was trying to get deals. He was trying to hustle. So, but that kind of hustle that Seagal was doing, I respect the shit out of, because if he could get a Russian arm, make his film look better, add to it, exactly what I was doing. The difference was I was working there Monday through Friday, and I knew if I got close to these people, and I liked them anyway, that I'd be able to get this for a couple days. That kind of entrepreneurialism right there is something Michael Sacchio would fucking never know anything about. He would never know about that. He could never anything know, or he would have something at age 73 instead of gray eyebrows. The end.
Thank you, Kathy, for the cash app, Kathy. Thank you so much.
That's it.
Yeah. Wow, that was a great
that's a
great
good
riff, man. That was good.
Have you listened to Sacchio?
Yeah. Oh God, he's like nails on a chalkboard, man. I can't.
That fucking voice.
He sounds like a he's a
Yenta, an old Yenta is what he is.
Yeah.
So I just gave you a very detailed story. You ever heard of him telling a detailed story like that of him working in the industry? ever?
No, never, honestly. And I've heard him, you know, especially at the beginning when everybody was cool, because we were supposed to hear these stories about him with De Niro on Raging Bull, or, you know, I mean, he makes general, you know, stuff, but
Hey, Jennifer, what's up?
he's never shared like anything that intricate. But then I haven't listened to him in a while either. So, but no,
I
I
mean, or like, and I couldn't make this story
You're
up. Like,
welcome.
I give you another. I'm going to give you a quick, fast story. I wanted to work on this movie that was going on with Trey Songz called Blood Brother. Okay, it was an urban movie. There was a guy named John Progue directing it. John Progue wrote The Skulls and wrote Ghost Ship. Okay, and I think U.S. Marshals too. So this guy's a high end writer, a prolific writer who's getting into directing more and more. And since then, I think he did like Deep Blue Sea Part 3 and, you know, like a Sony, but high-end straight-to-video movie. You know, like where
I've
they're
seen every one of those movies. Honestly, I've
yeah,
watched
he
them all.
directed Part 3.
Yeah.
Nice guy, really good guy. I met him. He asked me to audition, wanted me to play a creep. I booked it. And, you know, I kept in touch with him. He was a really nice guy. And I remember vividly, he was sitting at lunch, sitting by himself. And I said, you know, I usually don't do this, but I was only going to be there for a couple days. It's not like they could really get rid of me. And once they had started shooting my scenes, I was in it. They would, you know, like I knew that there was this kind of independent movie that they would have to use literally everything that they shot because there's not a lot of money. By the way, if you were to get the Blood Brother Blu-ray during those scenes, guess who they're talking about by name? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that there's a Blu-ray out there where they're talking about Michael Saccio. Like, here's what Michael Saccio did in this scene. And it's not like I'm even well known, okay? But well known within those circles. So I said, hey, listen, I had to say something to you because I was going to bite my lip and, you know, I was going to be pissed off of myself if I didn't say, I was checking out your IMDb. He's like, oh, yeah. He's sitting there. I think he's just eating some pasta or something. Nobody's buying. I'm like, why isn't anybody talking to this guy? You know? He's written some fucking big films, and I'm sure he's going to go on to do other big stuff. And I said to him, I really liked Ghost Ship. And there are not, and I said, I don't know how you're going to take this, but I just wanted to be 100% honest. I'm a big horror movie fan.
It wasn't a bad movie, Ghost Ship. It really wasn't.
I said, I've never seen a movie that the opening scene was so good and so creative. And I wasn't trying to kiss his ass. That's how I really felt about the film. So creative, because there's a scene where there's like almost like this, they're in a ballroom on a cruise ship and there's like this line that like cuts everybody in half and then everybody falls like half their body. It's almost like a very strong and thick fishing line. It cuts everybody in half. That's why it's a ghost ship. Kills everybody. I said that was one of the most creative scenes I've ever seen. And thankfully the production, because I don't think he directed it, the production pulled it off. Like that sold the rest of the movie. Like I was on the fence about it, but when I saw that scene in the beginning, I'm like, he's like, thank you for the fucking production didn't want to do it. And I don't think he was cussing. The production didn't want to do it. They didn't think and I pushed him and they did it. And I was like, that's a great opening scene.
When a movie can reach out and grab you like that right from the jump, right out of the gate, it's good because it keeps your attention.
So my question is, you know, just a quick little story, not that, you know, some people remember the movie and this and that, like, okay, and there's documentation that guess you know who was in Blood Brother. I mean, it's not like the guy isn't in the fucking credits twice. And, you know, that you could see him. Where's the documentation of Saccio working on anything? Where are his stories? What has he done? I always say it like the Ultimate Warrior used to say somebody, because they would come up and they'd want to cut in line and be the first one. And at some point you got to say, why don't you take your shirt off if you're somebody and let's see who you are. Where have you worked out? What have you done? This guy's done nothing except for get a bunch of views. And like I said, and I'll ask this now that Jim's up here. Jim, you ever seen Saccio get a super sticker or cash app during one of his shows?
No, he's not monetized. He's not monetized.
I didn't even know that.
He's a band creator, from what I understand.
So that's great, Michael, that you got a bunch of people watching you. But, you know, I always say this when it comes to this, then I'm done. If a tree falls in the woods and you got 260 people watching, is anybody really watching? The answer to that, my friend, is no. Good luck to you.
Johnny, I just want to say that you've been pretty much doubling watcher of Crazy all night. I went over there for about the last 20 minutes and watched her show wheeze through. You could tell that the crowd is restless. They're not used to her show because there's no freaks up there. It's just listening to her and Crazy Brat talk about Vegas. You know what I mean? It's just it's very dry, it's very boring, it's hilarious to watch. And you know they've got to see that happening, right, Sailor? I mean, they've got to be over there being like, because the new thing is not to talk about us. And what's really going to kill him is Angel comes back tomorrow night. Hello, Kathy. Hello, DeMarco. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, everybody in the chat. But Angel's coming back tomorrow, and that'll suck even more life out of these fucking people. So I just see that I'm over there watching Trucker Girls here, and it is absolutely horrible to watch. Leanne's in the chat, and you could just tell the crowd's like, okay, where's our Jim Terry shit? And they're trying very hard not to talk about anybody over here, and you can tell it's really, really affected the channel, really affecting her. I mean, you talk about a dry lake bed over there. It's absolutely sad, and I fucking love it.
I was going to ask you that since you mentioned this. We could just keep doing things. Hey, Michael Saccio, have you ever rented out a dry lake bed? I have. Have you ever contacted the Bureau of Land Management, the BLM, way before there was Black Lives Matter, BLM, and rented out and got the permit? You could contact Sherry Davis in Inland Empire, the film commissioner, and ask her if she knows me. Now, I know she's semi-retired now, and the young man that's running Inland Empire, which is like bars out where like the middle of nowhere in the desert. They know who I am. Would the film commissioner in your area know who you are? Don't think so. Go ahead.
So, Sailor, did you hear Eric Foss called me today?
No, I didn't.
We talked about it. Michelle Meltdown was actually on our show today. He called me, and I think he was fishing for information.
Yeah.
And I kind of went back and forth with him with a bunch of stuff. And what he said was pretty interesting. So you didn't hear Michelle Meltdown? I told her about all this on the OTT today.
No, I didn't. I was busy. I was busy all day today.
So here's what he said. I'll go down the list. First thing he said was that him and that attorney, or him and his girl, whatever that girl's name is that's involved in the case, share the same attorney that he paid a flat fee of $10,000 for.
Thank you, DeMarco, for the super sticker.
All right.
So it doesn't matter if they go to court; it's not going to cost them any money. He says, and I said, well, what about the fact that you and this chick were involved in crimes before? He said everything was expunged. You can't even find it. It's not allowed to be admitted to court. I was the one that was robbed, and it has nothing to do with this case, so it has no bearing on anything. I said, what about the fact that your plates are expired and you're driving around in a car? He said, that's not true. Somebody took a picture of a tag that was expired, and it's saying that his are expired, and that's not the case. I said, what about the fact that you've got to go back up there for a pretrial hearing around the 11th of February, and they may charge you with more stuff? He says, it's not even possible. He says, it'll probably be dropped when he goes up there. And I said, what about the fact that you never went to your mom's, who's had cancer for years, until all this shit went down? He says, I only came here to drive her to surgeries, and she never really needed that before. I said, what about what else did I ask him about? There was a couple of other things I asked him about the case. I says, if you can get away with doing
Harbaugh being fired.
Yeah, no, that hadn't happened yet. I says, what about the fact that you could go there and do that? I says, Eric, if you could go there and do that to haters, I'm going to go to a lot of haters' porches over the next 6 months after your case gets dismissed. I says, because if that can happen, I'm right behind you in all this. And he said, you can go, he says, in Maryland, you could go to somebody's porch. The guy came out with the mace. Because he came out with the mace, Foss had a right to defend himself. That guy did not have a right to come out of the house with mace because he wasn't doing anything illegal.
Okay, well,
I guess trespassing doesn't exist anymore.
Jim, didn't he also say he made $40,000 a month? They would never extradite him. I mean, what else? Oh, what are some of the other things he said?
He'd be out in a day or so.
Yeah, he'd be out in a day. They're not going to take him in all that. Listen, everything is coming around, and we're all going to know very shortly. February's right around the corner, and
What do you
everyone
think
just,
happens, Sailor? What do you think? If you had to put money in Vegas on it, what do you think happens?
I would bet that he's getting convicted.
And what does that mean?
Well, we'll see.
Probation?
And we'll see in Maryland. We'll see. We'll see.
Does he do it one more day in jail or prison or is in behind bars? He do any more time, or is it just like, hey,
For
you're
this?
on probation, be good
Well,
for the next year?
Are you saying for this case, or even it? Let's say, for instance, magically these charges disappear. Do you believe that Eric's not going to get in trouble again?
No,
I'm
he
saying
means for this. For
for
this
this
here.
case right now.
Oh, for this, I believe he's going to be convicted, and I believe he's going to get time.
I do too.
It just
I
seems like
really
these my experience with these YouTubers that are getting in trouble, they're really great at running out the clock. They run out the clock and then they don't get anything. And if they get some, it's like a probation. Like they're masters at it.
Yeah, but
Well,
this
I
guy's
mean,
got a
there's
lengthy history before this, more than anybody we've ever seen. We've never dealt with anybody who did 20 years in a federal prison.
I mean, Salty Pancakes was in prison for 3 years, and what he did was very clear too. And
yeah.
I mean, granted, it was a different set of circumstances, but
Yeah,
I mean,
but
these
this,
guys.
this is on camera. It's violent. It involves other people. You
It
know
was
what I mean?
premeditated. It was online. It was, hey, I'll come there right now. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Boom. And he, this was all on film. This is all captured by videotape and audio tape. And those tapes are damning. So,
Johnny,
and
real quick, I want to.
and
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
her injury to her tibula is real. Okay, so who caused that?
I don't know about this. Why did what was so enraging that he would want to get in a car and go over there and fight somebody? Like, what was the impetus for him to go over there and do that at all?
Jim, you know why, right?
Yes, well, no, I don't. Hold on real quick. Let me show you. This is a live shot. She's averaging anywhere from 51 to 60 people right now. Her channel is, she's gone. Now, since I've jumped on here, she's dropped another 20. You could tell that she is hurting.
I just saw Sancho as a moderator. Where's Danielle at?
Not over there.
One thing Eric Foss did say to me in my text messages back and forth with him, because he texted me after the Ravens game. He actually texted me a picture of a Ravens player, and I didn't even see it because I don't use that phone that much, pissing on a Steelers logo. And then I text him back, and I said, well, that didn't age very well, because they lost the game.
Yeah.
And then I go, dude, just be honest. You fucking Betty Hayward or not? And I can't remember how I worded it. I have the phone. I can read it. And he said he never met her in person in his life. He didn't meet her. He's never met her. And then he says, these women that meet guys online, it never works out. And I was like, oh, Sancho and Danielle, Betty Hayward and Lay and Pipe, Betty Hayward and Arizona Traveler.
Yeah.
What about that? Remember Tony 801? Remember that PZ? And she was dating Sancho. I mean, there's another woman. Never works out.
That's Betty told or Eric told us.
Well, what caused that, Sailor? What you were getting ready to tell us? What caused that whole deal?
Which one? What?
Between Michelle Meltdown and Foss.
Yeah, why did he go over there?
It was over. He wanted her to cash app him money, and she said no. It was like $15.
Well, that I kind of And
he
then
found,
she went on a rant.
she and all that, and he was, he was lying to her and bullshitting her, Michelle, and then he went on live with his girlfriend. He was trying to get money from girls, getting money from women here, trying to play them.
They were dogging on Betty too.
Yeah.
God, what a fucking dirtbag. There is no proof that he bought that house for his mom. None.
No.
Johnny, Watcher Crazy is down to 50. Watcher Crazy is down to 58 people.
Wow.
It's funny. We're hiding everything. Like Fumblenut says. I've never seen, hey, and we do this even with people we're friendly with. You know, like you did that with Queen of Aussie, and I'm not going to get into it here, but like, hey, what's going on? You're doing this in your life, and this, and she's a friend of the show and been a subscriber for a long time and all that stuff. Hey, Sashio, what happened with Danielle? What's going on? Can you come up there and explain this? What's going on? Man, they won't do that. They definitely won't do that.
We're not hiding anything.
Right. Now, Jim, you mentioned Cluckers is going to be out in Vegas, or she was out in Vegas.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh, I thought you said they were talking about somebody, or somebody was out in Vegas.
They were just talking about when Watcher of Crazy was out in Vegas fucking 20 years ago. There's not, 140 people here. You can tell now that I've popped up here, everybody is running from there to here. And I'm actually looking and watching her list. And I can tell the people over there that are now over here, the Twisted team.
Leaving. Jim, why don't you tell everybody about the interview you had today? Because I talked about it when I first came up, about Confluence in the police department and her just failing and them laughing at her. Tonight
on the Night Owl Network, we had an interview with two detectives over in, I always want to say Corona. What's it called?
Coronado
Police Department, two detectives that both worked on what she tried to do to the OTT to set charges against us, and they shit all over her. They also advised us what to do going forward to squash her, to get her to stop doing what she's doing. They said that, and I had never heard this term before, they said she's cop shopping, right? Was that what the police shopping?
Yeah.
Cop shopping?
Yep, cop shopping. And they said that if she were to find some rogue police department or move to a new area, they would see that the Coronado police had already concluded the case and they just would throw it out. Like they just wouldn't take her seriously. They actually laughed when they heard her name. They're like, oh, her? I had no respect for her. One guy, what was his name? Hankley? Detective Hankley? Or start with an H? He called her a fucking whack job twice.
Yep.
Just say, Confluence, listen, you're an idiot.
Yep. And they also have all they said no district attorney would ever file charges based on what she came to them with. None.
Then they were telling us about what to do with her legally. Not legally, but like, if she's harassing you, maybe a civil restraining order, or maybe you got to take her to court. Like they can't really offer legal advice, but like they were saying, this is what people do if this continues. So,
we now have it documented with them that if we want to dig into her ass right now and figure out where she is in order to serve her, that it's documented with a couple of police departments now that we're not after her to stalk her, we're after her to serve her, or to file a civil, what is it called? A civil restraining order. Was that the advice they gave us?
They said, but here's the thing. I mean, we talked about this on the show. I mean, file a civil restraining order, then every one of those haters would be like, look at that pussy. What a pussy.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You file that on her, it becomes public record, at least in our thing. And then if it's out there, it's out there. If this is a woman that is truly scared of some ex finding her, at this point, it would probably behoove her to disappear.
Yeah. Oh, she can't. She's got a sickness. There's something really wrong with her.
Speaking of sickness,
does she go by any other name? Because Confluence Girl, or because I don't remember ever seeing that name as an avatar or anything.
Well, she's in like Fumble Nuts, but she's got a daughter-son that we believe that it's either the transition daughter's name or it's her acting under the name Legal T. Okay. So it's either the daughter/son or her. We don't know for sure.
Okay.
And let me ask you a couple of things, Sailor, about some people. What happened to Chicago Muscle?
Oh, he just took some time off. That's all.
What happened to SoFlo?
SoFlo is his career. He got a contract where he's going to be moving around a lot. throughout the state of Florida for the next couple months. So he's going to be on the road. So he's not going to have much time to do his channel. So he just decided to, take a break. That's it.
So he's not running from ICE or deportation.
No, 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 man, no, no.
And
Mr. X,
Mean Green's saying it's a good idea to get the police reports. We spoke to the records department today, so that's in flux. That's going forward. We're using all these big words, in flux.
That is that's a good one, in flux.
Yeah, not that I'm trying to use this English degree, but
I'm Sashio. Here's what's going on. So yeah, fuck that guy. He's a.
Hey guys, you know what happened today?
What?
I rode. I took my, because I got an electric scooter now,
Yeah.
and I rode.
What?
And I rode.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, I got an electric scooter. Yeah.
Johnny, why have we not seen or heard about this?
I heard about it.
Yeah, I talked about it already.
Johnny, I know nothing about. Is it 3 wheels? Is it 2? What is it? Let me see it.
It's downstairs, hanging up on the hanging up on the wall.
But last time you left a scooter or something downstairs, didn't some Mexicans break in and steal it?
Yeah.
You wasn't even locked in.
I wasn't even locked in though. We forgot to lock the door. That's why they took the bike.
No, you were down there with it.
Oh, I was down there with it. Yeah.
So you didn't lock the door. Oh, you left the door open. You made it easy.
Yeah.
I want to acknowledge everybody that is thanking me for what I did in Venezuela last week. It's just another day on the job, everybody.
You
Don't
and
worry
Mr.
about
X,
it.
I hear. You and
I
Mr.
was
X.
just lucky. I was just lucky and thankful nobody got hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hey
Great
Jim.
job.
Hey Jim, I'm gonna have PZ's gonna film me riding the scooter for you guys. Okay.
Good.
Johnny,
Don't
is there
fall
any
off
way
and hurt
you could?
yourself.
Is there any way you could ride the scooter with no shirt on?
Yes, I'll do that for you.
Oh,
You gotta
See,
get
that
a
should go
helmet.
behind the paywall.
Hey Jim, you gotta get me a helmet though.
Johnny, I don't think you need one.
Johnny, you should have a little opening of you riding the scooter, little cuts of you like we had with the flamethrower, little edits of you with a microphone, stopping, talking to people, acting concerned. Now, Jim, can you explain this thing about Shack Lady that happened, the information that was discovered?
So I found some physical addresses that Shack Lady and her husband lived at years ago. I did a background check on those addresses. Those addresses led me to Tim McDonald, her husband, being married to her, but somebody also going by the name April McDonald. April McDonald, I believe, is an alias of Shack Lady. I don't know, because what I can tell you unequivocally is that April McDonald has had an email address, the Shack Lady at gmail.com. It's the Shack Lady and then some numbers. I forget what the numbers are, 1628 or something. Bob is the one that had that email address. So there's a woman named April McDonald that was in association to a piece of property in Arizona. When we further looked into that name, not only did they have the Shack Lady as an email address, which would be kind of odd if somebody else had that, they also had 2 porno email addresses, pornography email addresses attached to the Shack Lady, which is very interesting because the other day on Sasha's show, when they were talking about Mr. X's movie, she said, well, 400,000, you can't even make a really good porn for that. And I thought that was a weird thing for her to say. But she has an email address that is associated with xvideos.com. So, and I don't remember exactly what the email address is. And what was the other one that had to do?
It was like icy_something and at xvideos.com. And, I'm not going to lie about it. Have I gone on to Xvideos and Pornhub in my life? Absolutely. There's a section underneath every Xvideos where usually there's like, who is this chick in this, this porno? Like they always ask the same thing. Oh, I'd like to fuck her. Oh, she's hot. they'll say the same thing, or they'll try to promote like, hey, come to my site if you want to see me. So she must have a screen name that either she was on there or she was commenting. I didn't know you can get an email address from there, but go figure.
Yeah, and we documented this on the OTT today on Jim Terry TV, so it's documented. She's a filthy fuck. There's something really wrong with that lady. Plus, she acts like she has all these 4.0 GPAs and that she's owns all this property. The woman has basically been a renter her entire married life. Her children want nothing to do with her. Her grandchildren, I don't believe there's like at least 4 of them, from what I understand, she's never met. And I can tell you this, if she reads her community post the right way with that 4.0 GPA, she says, I never said you called the FBI on us. Read the post I have. It says that you contacted the FBI. And Shack Lady, you were never part of the Dylan Rounds case anymore because you watch it on YouTube or TV. That I'm part of the Chicago Bears game this past weekend because I watched it on cable. You were never part of it. You inserted yourself into a case. You were never no child of hers ever went missing. Now, I did speak to what I believe was one of her sons, and I'm going to tell you something. This motherfucker was moist as the cake Johnny made for fucking Rainbow Melon's birthday. I mean, moist is fucking as fucking chocolate cake. Moist.
Now, Jim, I got a couple other questions. So number one, this was, you said it was April or something. It was not Terry, but it was a different name. But it linked back to her email address. This person said that they were 42 years old. We know Shack Lady's much older than that. She's not younger than me. That's number one.
Correct. So if it's a daughter or a stepdaughter, then they also were sharing the name. See, so it can get kind of convoluted. Either way, somebody in the McDonald household had something to do with X videos to the degree where they had an email address.
Now, what is
and then
Johnny in I guess, and I looked it up, icy something. What does that mean in the gay community? There's some like dipping your dick into ice or something.
What does it mean, Paul?
It's meth.
It's meth.
What does that have to do with porn?
People do drugs that do.
People do drugs, people do drugs. And they get. Go ahead, Jim.
I guess a lot of gays use meth when they go out and meet their dudes, right, Johnny? Didn't you tell us that?
Yep. It's like that or GHB.
And ice is what means, it's a code word for meth.
Yeah, ice stands for code word for meth.
Is the date grape drug, if I'm not mistaken, and that is also known in southwestern Ohio as the quote unquote alleged Kurt drug. I don't know if you've ever heard that.
Are you serious?
What is it called? The what?
The alleged Kurt drug in southwest Ohio. It's actually called that. But GHB is known as date grape drug.
Why do I always get that confused with? Is that like the steroid? Is that GHP or GHG or something?
I think they sold it at GNC, and
okay, maybe I get it.
When they were selling that, and that was popular in the 90s.
He's talking about the difference between HGH and GHB.
Yeah, that's it. HGH,
human growth hormone, and the date rape drug are two different things.
Yeah,
but a lot of those guys that were, pro wrestlers and in that, they were taking the GHB too, like they were mixing it with pills and getting fucked up. So it was in that bodybuilding community because you're not going to gain weight from it. It's not like drinking 20 beers. So what way can you get fucked up and not, like vodka would be one. It isn't going to have carbs, and that's
those gizmos, right, Jim? Those gizmos.
Gimmicks. And Johnny, how many do you have over here right now, Johnny?
160.
160. Just to tell you how far Watcher of Crazy has fallen, monkeys, pull this up.
Monkey now.
She is relegated. This is live. I paused it. She is down to 47 live viewers, and her co-host is none other than the filthy puke himself, the man who invented bed bugs, Ron Big Bear Tello, down here in the fucking corner. Watcher, you're a fucking idiot, and I love it.
He looks
Watch
like a
her.
fucking gnome.
What's my taint taste like?
Like tape.
Hey, Jim, can I show you what Texas Granny made for me today? Mr.
Yeah.
H, I want to see that.
Yeah, hurry up.
Hold
What do you
on,
got?
Guys,
everybody.
I gotta take a phone
hold
call.
on.
I gotta drop.
Hold on, guys. I'm getting a call, and I think it might be Eric Foss. Hold on. Yeah, you're live on Johnny Yarborough.
Yeah, I know I am. I just want to address Diaper Boy real quick. Fucking, hey, first off, Diaper Boy.
Well,
You don't even know what that
Diaper Boy?
shit was about. That wasn't over no $15 fucking, you fucking idiot. As a matter of fact, I could send Jim the Cash App right now that I sent Michelle her $15. And as a matter of fact, I asked for $50 because I didn't have my wallet on me. And you know how you got your Cash App on your phone. But anyway, you keep running your fucking mouth, Diaper Boy. And another thing, Diaper Boy, you should know this since you know so much about the law. My record is dated, you fucking idiot. I'm like a first time offender, you stupid fuck.
Sure. Okay. We'll see, Eric. We'll see.
Yeah, go. You know
We'll
what?
see.
Go dig in your diaper, you fucking
We'll
crippled
see.
bitch.
Oh yeah.
Bring
We'll
this up,
see,
Johnny.
Eric.
Bring
We'll
this up.
see.
Now, Eric, let me ask you this.
We'll
We
see.
got Eric.
Right.
This is Eric. Now, Eric, it's very nice that we let you come over here, but those whores over on your channel won't let any of us chat in your chat room. Why do you have us all blocked?
I don't have you all blocked. I got you blocked.
Why? I'm the main man. No, I mean, what's the?
Yeah, you can call in, just like I'm calling in.
Well, we would let you come up on the panel. Now, what's your problem with Stone Sailor? What'd he do?
Oh no. I'm not going to be on the panel with that clown. I'm not going to be on the panel with that clown.
Now,
Why
let me
did the
ask
fight start with Michelle Meltdown? Why did
Yeah,
he? Why
what
did he
started
go to
the
her?
Well,
house?
Eric,
That's
let
what I
Eric
don't-
explain it. Go ahead,
I'll
Eric.
tell you what started. I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you, Jim. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Basically, what happened, I went on the English guy Mark's channel. You probably don't know him, right? Well,
No.
what happened was Michelle found out because she watched his live, and I was on there, and Michelle found out that I was over at Aaron's house or whatever. So that morning, she started fucking. I mean, I could play you all the recordings and shit. I got it all. You know what I mean? I got everything. But she started like doxing Aaron's daughter and all that kind of shit, and saying all this bullshit, threatening people and all this shit, calling out Aaron to fight. Like, the fight wasn't me and the guy for real. That wasn't even supposed to be any type of altercation. Honestly, it was supposed to be the chicks were supposed to be fighting. Honestly. And that's what the fuck. That's where everybody gets it all confused. You understand?
Yeah. Okay, I'm listening. So,
So how did you end up in a headlock with her brother and threatening and hitting them with the flagpole? Yeah, it wasn't supposed to go that way, but it did. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what she said or did. You went over there with her with the intent to harm them, and you did. So we'll see what happens in February.
So, okay, Eric, Floss, how do you respond to that?
Well, here's how I respond to that. If you look up the laws in Maryland, if you're safe in your house and a person is walking away and you come outside and shoot them in the face with mace, after you call the police, you're supposed to wait. I don't care about trespassing. You look it up. Look it up.
I guess
You're
we're
not
all
smart,
blind.
fucking
I guess
boy.
we're all blind and deaf. We're all blind and
Eric,
deaf
let me
now.
ask
Oh, you're right.
Eric,
Hey,
let me
yeah.
ask you this. There was a rumor.
We'll see,
that I
Eric.
heard-
No, you're not. Hang on for a second. Let me address him. You're not blind and deaf. You're crippled and you wear a diaper. Get it
Yeah,
right.
okay. We'll see.
Let me
We'll see.
ask you this. Hold on, guys. Let me ask you this, Eric, because I'm glad we got Eric here to answer these questions. Eric, is it true that the reason you were over there, and this might defend you some bit, the big thing that you're going to have in trial, I was told this today, you and the girl you were with were actually over there dropping off groceries that you guys work for Instacart?
No, DoorDash.
I heard you were dropping off some groceries. You didn't know that it was their house, and that
Well,
$15 was the tip.
Actually, we just left
Since-
eating steamed crabs, Maryland steamed crabs. I don't know if you ever had them.
So, Sailor, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen with Floss in February?
Like I said, justice will be coming.
Michelle Meltdown is in the chat. Hi, Michelle.
Hey, justice came to your ass when you got stuck with that tattoo needle and wound up in a diaper,
Yeah,
didn't it?
sure.
bitch?
Never
Now,
never
let me ask
happened,
you this.
Eric. Sure.
Michelle
Another lie
Meltdown-
you made up.
Michelle Meltdown is in the chat, Johnny. Is that
Oh,
what you're
good.
saying?
Yes,
Yes,
Michelle
she's in the
Meltdown is in the
chat.
You're
chat.
gonna threaten the victim some more?
Good for her.
Threaten the victim some more, Eric?
Eric, would you like to apologize for your actions that day? Do you wish it never would have happened?
Of course, listen, I don't got a problem with her. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no problem with her or nothing like that. She's from around my way. You know what I'm saying? I like, you know, that's the thing. You got like Diaper Boy running around. Here's the truth. Diaper Boy and them don't give a shit about Michelle. They just hate me because he's in a wheelchair and he can't get his dick hard and he can't walk. And he's in a diaper. How's Vanessa? Diaper Boy?
Look at me. Look at me.
He's standing. I see him. He's walking around. There he is. Yeah,
no fall down. I can see where they had to prop him up at a gay wedding.
Look at me. Look at me, Eric.
I've never seen him before.
Who's a liar now?
Yeah, right.
Eric, let me ask you another question. Right now, Watcher of Crazy is doing a show in front of 38 people, and there's 200 here. What's wrong with her channel?
Well, there's 200 here because I called in.
Well, maybe, but I mean, let's call over there, see if she gets 200. Now, let me ask
Can
you
we
this.
talk about the year in review for Eric? Because things aren't going very well. I mean, after the arrest, then his Ravens fall apart, then Harbaugh's fired. It's time to become a Steelers fan.
Do your thing, Barbara. Do your thing, Barbara.
Hey, at least they fired Harbaugh, man. At least they got rid of him. Listen, Jim, you could have hit that fucking kick. Tell the truth.
Well, listen, that kid is a very, very, very good kicker. He'll probably be in the Pro Bowl at some point. He missed that. Oh, he can't
hit a kick over, Jim. He can't hit a kick over 50 yards. You see how the league is now. Come on, the Jacksonville Jaguar broke the record twice this year.
But a lot of guys
in Pittsburgh, it's a tough place to kick.
Hold on. A lot of guys are playing in warm weather. They're in domes. You know, that's Baltimore with that weather. It is hard to kick a football. Now, was that kick short? Should he have made that? He probably makes that 90.
First question.
It was 44 yards, Jim.
Right.
44
I
yards.
understand. Hold on, everybody.
He kicked it 10 yards wide right.
He hits that 97 out of 100 times, but you know, he missed it. I mean, maybe the moment was too big, but he's still a very, very, very good kicker. And let me tell you something about the kid that they had the last couple of years. That's probably one of the greatest ever.
Justin Tucker.
Here's the problem. Yeah. Justin Tucker, his final year really fell off. And I'm going to tell you what, he was in several camps this year, including with the New Orleans Saints, and he couldn't make the roster. So I don't think he's got much left in the tank, Justin Tucker. So I don't know that would have been better.
I think if it would have been, and we got rid of him because he got the hand jobs at the rub and tug or whatever. But I tell you what, I believe if we would have had Justin Tucker the other night, we would have had a happy ending.
Now, John,
hey, Jim.
Yeah, what, Johnny? What's going on?
I got a question for Foss. If Foss doesn't mind me asking him a question.
Sure.
Hey, Foss, why'd you need to borrow the $50 for, bro?
Yeah, what was the $50 for?
I just told you. She didn't have $50. She only had 15. I didn't have my wallet on me, and I got my Cash App card like on my phone where I could go in the store and use it. So I was driving, and I was going to get gas and cigarettes. And I said, "Hey, do you got $50 real quick?" She said, "No, I got 15." If she's in the chat, ask her if I gave her the money back.
But why didn't you borrow it off the girl you were with? I never understood that.
I wasn't with nobody. I was by myself.
Okay. So you couldn't you have asked the girl you were staying with or the girl you got in trouble
with? Listen, I wasn't staying with her. That's not my girl. That wasn't my girlfriend or nothing.
Now let me ask you this.
Car?
Betty Hayward. Now, Betty Hayward? You've never met her face to face?
No.
What's up with the lumps on your penis? What's that all about? Johnny wants to know. He's asking in
Get
private.
the hell out of here. Listen, hey.
Well, I didn't ask that.
The only lumps I got on my penis are fucking women I want to get off of it. And that's it.
We're hearing that Watcher of Crazy and Michelle Meltdown is confirming in the chat that there are what seems to be lesional warts on the shaft. What is that?
Yeah, okay.
Jim, I'm getting a question here too from Rainbow Melon.
Make sure it's me.
Go ahead. What's the question from Rainbow Melon? Hold on. We got another question coming in.
Now, this is a serious question. Obviously, they're curious if Foss would do sloppy seconds after laying pipe on Betty Hayward. Would he fuck Betty Hayward?
Would you be willing to bang Betty Hayward? She had, let's say, some crystal.
No. Listen. Look, I'm not going to insult nobody or anything like that. But no, it's not like me and her are just cool. Like, I don't even know her. It's not like so. Listen, let me explain something to you about YouTube relationships and things like that. That's like putting two dead batteries together, if you ask me. Now, that's just my opinion.
Danielle and Sancho. That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yes.
What happened to Danielle and Sancho?
I don't even know who Sancho is.
Let me ask you this: if you had to, if you had to pick one, and it was Betty Hayward or Danielle, you had to fuck one at a club on a dumpster. Who do you fuck?
Huh?
Look at my comment.
I'm a grandfather. I don't do that kind of
Oh,
thing.
but first of all, wait, hold on. Yeah,
Real estate here.
he ain't even seen the baby. I heard the baby's already got a restraining order on him, and the baby's not even white.
The baby is white, you fucking idiot.
I heard
Listen,
that
the baby
baby's.
is a
What's
quarter,
that baby's
my
name?
granddaughter is a quarter Dominican. It's the father is half white, half Dominican. And you got to remember something. I'm not white. I'm not totally white.
What are you?
I'm just a Native American.
He's Native American.
Hey, Foss. Hey, Foss.
My grandpa wasn't white. That's why I'm good looking. That's why I'm big. You know what I mean? That's why I'm strong. All that type of shit. I'm not like some pastely white dude.
Dude, you
You
got
know
blue
what
eyes. What are
Hey,
you talking about?
Eric.
I got green
Hey,
eyes.
Eric.
Listen, my grandpa
Eric.
has my eyes. Green eyes like me.
Hey,
Johnny, what do
Eric.
you want to ask?
Ask Eric, will he please apologize to Barbara Buffalo?
What'd you do to Barbara Buffalo?
Yeah, she's a nice lady.
Fuck Barbara Buffalo. Listen, she needs to apologize to me. Calling me all kind of junkies and shit like that. She don't know me. Listen, one thing about that, they could say that all day long, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. Look it up. Eric Foss has never been in rehab. Eric Foss, you know, they want to call people all this shit while she's sitting there. She's over there while that dude's doing all that weird shit to my kids. Shit that Mr. X even said. Mr. X even said it on Angel Show. He would have never done.
That's right.
Remember that, Mr. X?
Let me ask
Yeah,
you
and I
this.
tell you this, I'd have never shit in a basement either. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, let me ask you this, Eric. If for some reason this doesn't go your way in February, because you never know what's going to happen with the courts, and
Right.
and there is a higher bond, or you are rearrested, is your mom willing to dance topless in a Florida nightclub in order to raise money for your commissary?
If your mother's willing to blow me.
Ooh.
He's gone. Oh,
So yeah, we
Ladies and
give
gentlemen.
that guy, and he's able to have his say. Nobody's cutting him off. He's
Yeah.
able to reply.
No, I
Nobody's
treated him.
yelling.
I treated him with respect. I
But
didn't.
he needed to have respect for Barbara.
Well, not only that, he threatened Carol. He threatened Kathy, Barbara.
he
Said
threatened
terrible
everybody. He needs
things.
to have
Yeah,
respect when he
not
comes over
just
here.
So he. So
well, let me
He-
tell everybody why I was putting in the back chat. Let him talk, because I knew he could get goaded into something. But let me tell you what happened. Right now, Watcher of Crazy has under 50 people, Johnny. How many do you have?
176.
So right now, Watcher of Crazy talking about her with Ron Tello, the inventor of bed bugs. This is live, okay? And I'm going to pause it right here. It's live. She is down to now she's up to 55 since Foss is off. So a couple people over there. 55 people, Johnny. You have tripled this fucking degenerate cunt. I heard that if her son does not get bond, she may adopt Eric Foss.
God.
Yeah, Barbara Buffalo, I don't know what he did to you. I was just trying to keep him on the hook and keep him talking. I don't have any idea what he says or does to you. I apologize.
I don't know what he did to
Barbara,
Barbara
there's
Buffalo either.
Barbara, there's no reason to be sorry, Barbara. You speak your mind. He's done a lot of stuff to you, Barbara. I'm not mad
no,
at you.
I know
Barbara.
what he said. I know what he said about Barbara and her son and all that. I know what he said, and she has every
And
right
I don't know
to be
what
angry.
he's referring to me that what I said on Angel Gotti's show. I haven't been on Angel Gotti's show since like fucking November. I don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah, we all love you, Barbara Buffalo. So you're good over here, honey.
Yeah, everybody likes Barbara.
Oh yeah.
Who's your daddy? Ron Tello is over there. Listen, I mean, that's Ron Tello on Watcher of Crazy. Let me give you an example of what that's like. You know when you have a tree in a backyard and lightning hits it, and a couple of years later, there's no leaves on it, it's dead, and then all of a sudden mushrooms start to grow on the dead trunk of the tree. Watcher of Crazy's YouTube channel and show right now, without talking about us, is a dead, rotting tree in the backyard. Ron Tello is the first of the mushrooms that are starting to grow on it. The fungus. People like Ron Tello. People like Melted Copper. People like Homegrown Cowboy. Arkansas. The fungus is starting to grow on that dead wood over there, Mr. X.
Yeah, and people are saying in the chat. I mean, well, yeah, it's a dead channel. I mean, she's got a dead womb too. But I mean, I know that there were some names that were called to Kathy Finnegan, And I know that, Eric Foss, said things, but I don't know like what he did to them. And I'm not trying to be obtuse myself, but I don't know what it is. And if something did happen and I was on a show, I don't remember it because obviously it didn't happen to me. And you always remember what happened to you more than 500 other people that this guy may have threatened. But yeah, I mean, I'd be curious. Somebody can explain it to me. I mean, I'm not sticking up for him. I just don't remember what he did. What did he do to Barbara Buffalo? Like, what happened?
Well,
What did he do to your family? I don't remember.
I mean, there's a video she could show you. I mean, there's a clip. I've seen clips of it. So
I'm like, did he call somebody? Did he threaten? I mean, we know Barbara Buffalo's son was sick, but like, I don't watch his show at all, so I don't even know what happened. So Michelle Meltdown saying some things now. There's lots going on at one time here.
Well,
Number
Johnny,
one,
you could drop the link. If these people want to come up and explain it, Johnny could drop the link.
Hey, Michelle, Michelle, the link is pinned, Michelle. If you want to come up, honey, you're more than welcome to come up, Michelle.
It wasn't about the money. I wasn't pissed at where he was when he messaged her at like 9 a.m. I don't know. I don't know enough about the scenario.
And he lied. He didn't go there by himself, Jim. He had somebody recording the whole. He had somebody recording the whole thing when it went down.
Yeah, he was lying.
The fact that a grown man that age doesn't have $50 is disgusting.
Yeah, that was the start of the whole thing. He should have told us what it was for. He still didn't tell us.
Yeah, he did. He did say what it was. Didn't he say what it was for, Jim?
He didn't have any money. That's what it was for.
That footage that he got when he got arrested, that footage is not worth getting $50 and getting in a fight. And if the girl was going to fight Michelle Meltdown that he showed up with, why didn't she go to the door and not Eric Foss?
Yeah, why wasn't he doing it? Yeah. Exactly.
Guys, this is how much longer we have with Eric Foss. 35 days, 4 hours, 5 minutes, and 56 seconds. That is the countdown for Eric Foss. There are 35 days, 4 hours, 5 minutes, and 47 seconds between before Eric Foss is gone for good, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what Eric Foss should do? You ever seen this in movies where like somebody knows they're going to die or something crazy is going to happen and they go and borrow a bunch of money and then gamble it? Like if Eric Foss is going to get a bunch of years, let's say he gets, I'm just going to throw out a number even though this isn't the case, but let's say 7 to 10 years, which is probably way too much. He might as well just like get a bunch of loans and just like double it up and then get gold and bury it. And then when he comes out, he'd have like a bunch of money. Not pay it back.
I think Foss should run. And I think he should go to Venezuela.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi. My voice sounds a little rough because I've been talking all day. And I was gonna go to sleep. I gotta turn this up.
Michelle, somebody was telling me that in the video of you at that bar where you were drinking and having a good time, then in a couple of shots you had a little nip slip. There was a dark nipple in one of the videos. Did you know that?
Why can't I hear you guys? Very good.
Well, we're loud as we can be.
Hold on, let me try something.
Sailor was talking about your nipples. Sorry.
You know what? Let me jump. Let me get on my laptop. I'll be right back. Okay. Be right back.
Hurry up.
I've been telling you guys for years, do not use phones with this or iPads or earbuds.
Johnny, your show is kicking ass tonight. Do not let Johnny go dry. I mean, we got a bunch of Joy Perrys over here.
Johnny came into a bunch of money.
Something.
Johnny got $100,000 recently, I heard.
Barbara Buffalo and Texas Granny have been worth their weight in gold to our show. And what they've had to deal with over the last, not only in their personal lives, but with these fucking animals is insane. But let me just say it's a small price to pay for being on the winning team. Thank you.
No, they're both very nice ladies, and it's just like they don't deserve any of that. And I get the opportunity to talk to through emails Texas Granny a little bit more than Barbara Buffalo, and I've gotten to know both of them. And being on the show, they're like these are not bad women. These are not watcher crazy women.
No, they're an asset. They're an asset to your show for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
let me tell everybody, in case you don't know this, off the air when I talk to Texas Granny, it's not a whole hell of a lot, a couple times a month. I've never heard a lady use the word cunt or the N-word so much in my life. Thank you very much.
I have a
seconds.
hard time believing that.
Hey, Sailor.
Yeah.
Hey, Sailor. Let me tell you
Yes.
something. I would do anything in the world for Texas Granny and Barbara Buffalo.
There you go. That's it.
Johnny, let me tell you what would make Texas Granny happy, and she has told me this off the air. She wants that top front tooth bad.
Yeah.
Well, on Friday she's going to get her wish.
I'm back.
All right, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
All right, Michelle Meltdown. Now let's get to the bumps, the warts, the lesions.
No, come on. No.
I heard that. Now listen, I heard that what started this
No.
whole listen, I heard what started this whole fight when he came over there was you made a comment that if you blew him, you were worried about chipping your teeth on his warts.
I did not say that. You're gonna make things so much worse. No.
Jim.
I don't care. I'll tell you the truth. It was not over money. It wasn't over money.
What was it over?
It was what I said. I said I found out where he was and got pissed off, and then was pissed off for about, I don't know, 5 hours. And then I was like, fuck this. And I messaged her. That's what happened. And that's what happened. And I didn't dox her daughter or anything like that. I was pissed.
Were you ever attracted to Eric Foss physically?
She was.
Who said that? Johnny Arbor, was that you?
No, that was PZ.
No, I'm sorry, I wasn't talking to Michelle. I was talking to Johnny Arbor.
That's what I thought.
Johnny, you were.
I don't know.
No, I was never attracted to Foss. No.
What about you, Johnny Arbor?
No, I was never attracted to Foss, that big old monkey.
Johnny, what about the time you wrote his name on your belly, though, in the tattoo?
Oh,
What about
he hated that.
He hated that. You told me to do it, and I did it.
No, I did it.
PZ's the one that wrote it in there. Hey, Jim, do you remember when I did those 20 push-ups too?
Yeah, that was pretty amazing because you were like 335 when you did those and you pounded them out. I couldn't do them that quick. Michelle, are you worried that if Foss does go to jail, and I mean this in all seriousness, are you worried that his mom might have to topless dance in Florida at some of the clubs in order to pay rent without him there?
Jesus Christ. No, I'm not worried about that at all.
I'd be there
No.
with a fistful of dollars. I know that much. Who's got better boobies?
Did you cut him
Adele?
off or did he leave?
He said something about I guess he had to go take the dogs for a walk.
Mama died.
Do you have any questions?
Now, yeah, Michelle. So what's going on? So do you believe that he's met Betty Hayward face to face?
What? I don't know.
I mean, you want us to ask you questions and you're not answering anything up here. I mean, do we need to get Foss back up here?
At first, yes, and then I no. I mean, I don't know why I shouldn't be talking about this. Like we're gossiping.
Well, you're talking about Betty. You talk about her on your show. I mean, listen, this is your chance to be in the big leagues.
True. It's true, huh?
But she's limited.
Now?
She's limited.
I don't
as to
think
which we
so.
could
I
say.
don't think so now. No. But I don't care. I really don't care.
Did you know that Foss, before tonight's show, was 45% Cherokee?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You did?
I heard him. I think I've heard him mention that before.
Okay.
Do I believe that it's true? Probably not. I don't know.
That explains his drinking problem and the peace pipe he's always smoking. Do you believe that Eric has not clipped his toenails in a year and a half?
You can't ask. You're gonna get me in trouble. I don't want any trouble.
Did Eric Foss shit in that basement? Yes or no?
I have no idea. I wasn't there, but
I know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I do. He went down there and squatted down, spread his ass cheeks, and let it go. That's what I heard.
Why is
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh God.
Why is it an issue? I don't know. I don't get in the habit of shitting in basement.
Reservation. I said, why? I'm reading the comments. It
Oh.
says in the comments, why isn't he on a reservation collecting a check? Just ask.
I mean, he is Maryland.
Jeez.
Any guy who's that white who's claiming he's not fell into the system there in Maryland. He was excited about Kamala. That's for sure.
Look, I really don't know what's going to happen. I'm not a psychic.
Oh, I do. He's done.
I think what's going to happen is he's going to get probation. So before I thought he would go away. Now I think because these fucking YouTubers get out of everything.
All right, guys, this was just put up on Watcher Crazy's chat. I guess she released the pictures of Eric's cock and his toenails.
Shit.
Here is his feet.
Look at that.
I don't. Is that true? This is Eric's feet.
Oh,
I never.
Oh my God! Look at his fucking feet. Christ on his throne.
Disgusting. Oh.
Oh, this is Eric. I guess this was taken about 6 weeks ago when he first got to his mom's house. He took these and he sent these to Betty.
And she sold them to Adobe.
Oh, fuck. Sick bastard. God, you wanted to fuck him. What's wrong with you?
Hey, Jim and Mr. X, this is what Foss did in the corner right here. Look.
I'd be careful with showing. I would be careful with showing a dookie.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Aw.
Look at how much weight. Look at how much weight Johnny's lost.
Johnny looks great.
Johnny, let me ask you a question. What are you losing more weight faster, or is Watcher of Crazy losing more viewers? Who's losing more, her and viewers, or you and weight?
Her viewers.
How many do you have over there?
Yeah, I look, Jim. Look, I went down. I went down a little bit more, Jim.
Johnny, as much as I like to see you lose weight, I kind of miss the giant belly.
This is kind of like this has not been done, Johnny Yarbrough. Do you know what just happened, right?
What just happened?
Show Foss's toenails?
No. Since the incident, I have not been alive at the same time. This is like groundbreaking shit. It's been a long time. Do you know what I'm saying?
You haven't gone live. Wait, what?
We all haven't been in the same room together in a quite a minute.
Hey, Michelle, can we see your bedroom?
No. You want to see?
Yeah, how about the refrigerator?
What's it look like there?
Do you want to see my bathroom?
Yeah, I think you have like a lot of
Michelle, don't you?
I think you have a lot of unicorns and like Cabbage Patch Kids. But everything in your room smells like marijuana.
Probably.
Teddy Ruxpin's in there.
No.
You have a Teddy Ruxpin?
Maybe not.
I think Michelle Melton.
I had a Teddy Ruxpin. I don't have one, but I did have one.
Michelle, how old are you? I'm 49. Are you around my age, or you're younger than me, aren't you?
I'm 44.
Oh wow.
I have a feeling, and I don't know why, Sailor. How old are you, Sailor? You're younger than me too, right?
No, I'm 51.
You're 51. I thought you were. You look like you lost weight too when I saw you on that photo just now when you were walking around. You look like you lost about 30 pounds. But let me state this, Michelle. I don't know why, but when I see you on your show, and I think you should show yourself more often, I can't help but think that in 2nd or 3rd grade, if I would have given you Garbage Pail Kids, you would have showed your vagina to people in class.
No, definitely. I was not that kind of girl. No. There were girls like that. They used to do weird things, but
Michelle, every time you do a show, you do a good job, by the way.
Thank you. Very good. You got to get rid of that MRH guy as a mod, though. He's a fucking loser.
That guy, you got that guy. I got that guy banned from YouTube. That guy's a pussy. What do you know about that pussy? I'd like to meet that fucker.
He unsubbed. He said.
Good.
Why?
He needs to go away. Now, Michelle,
I
let's
don't
Why
get
is
into.
Confluence going after him? He's banned. I'm not.
Now, let
I
me
didn't know
tell
you.
everybody what Michelle told me. So, Michelle called me the other day, and it was nice to hear from her. And and Michelle, I don't think I'm sharing anything that's going to get anybody in trouble here. So, stop me if this sounds. Michelle was mad because she took a shower the other day and found a bunch of gray pubes.
Oh,
And I told her it's part of life. Don't worry about it. She said she's got. It looks like she has a Shih Tzu down there now.
Heard that too.
fuck.
Foss told me that.
Not true.
Did you and
think
Foss hook
Eric's
up?
mom's-
Or no? I mean, what is the? You guys were hosts together, or what happened?
Now he's in love with me. I mean, what?
Like you guys hosted some shows together. I know Sailor was like a co-host, and now this guy fights with everybody. I mean, what happened here?
I don't know.
How far does he live from you? Like, is it 10 minutes? Is it 5 minutes?
Well, now he's in Florida.
Well, before when he showed up.
He was at depends. I guess he's about 25, I guess, half hour away from me.
Did you ever go to his home? Did he ever have his own place, or does he always live like with his daughter or his mom or something? Did he ever have his own place?
Yeah.
What was
I
it? An apartment?
I mean, I don't know.
Were you ever
So
there?
you went to his place.
Like, what do you mean? Like in like throughout history?
Yeah, like since you've known him. You went
Oh, since I've known him.
Yeah.
He was in the same place since actually when I first met him, I don't know where he was.
You went over to his house. You've been over to his home
No.
before, correct?
No.
Never.
No.
Okay. You ever met him face to face other than when he came to your house and started choking people out?
Yes.
Where'd you meet him at?
Once before.
Where? Restaurant?
Applebee's?
At my house.
Rallies? Oh, he came
At
to your
my
home before?
Yeah.
Did he get
I
to
mean,
see your
was there-
room?
No.
Was there any thought that like you had to have known this guy spent 20 years in prison? Maybe not the brightest idea to have a guy from YouTube come over to your house, family members.
Well,
It was a guy,
this was like in like 2017.
well, he was still an ex-con at that point, right?
Yeah, but
He's always going to be an ex-con. Is it true that
I
he was
mean-
bragging? Is it true that he was bragging that his prick is so dark he can't see poop on it?
Oh.
Christ.
Yeah.
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 I think there's a personal question you should ask him. You should ask him this question.
When you
We've
knew
asked-
Eric Foss and you were talking to him, did you ever know him to sell a house? Like he ever call you up and say, "Guess what happened, Michelle, today? I sold a house."
Yeah.
That ever happen?
No.
Why don't you ask her a little question, dummy it down? Have you ever known him to have a valid driver's license?
Yes.
Let me ask you this. Did you ever kiss him?
No.
He came over to your house and didn't even get to kiss you? What did he come over there for?
Yeah.
That was like a long time. It was a while ago.
You put your hand down
I
his
just
pants?
don't invite guys over to make out. Like, what the fuck?
I like how you guys are like in your mid 40s and he comes over to your house and hangs out in your room like you guys are in
No, he
Mills.
was like, no. I was probably
Have you ever, Michelle, have you ever seen the scars on the side of his neck from where he had the bolts removed?
Did you hug him? How did you greet him? Hey, Eric, did you shake his hand? Hey, come on in. Did you hug him? I mean, like how you see him for the first time? I don't know what you look like.
She looks like a Puerto Rican version of the Mona Lisa.
It wasn't like that. He just came by to see my friend that was here. So I was like,
Who's your friend?
oh, my friend.
Is she hot?
It was a guy.
Oh, he's into dudes. He wanted to have a little Lucky Pierre. with
No.
you?
Am I?
Is he
What do you
doughy?
I don't know.
Did you ever? Did
saw him
you
in
guys ever
person.
get in? Did you ever get into deep conversations with Foss about something called gynecomastia?
Jesus. Nope. I do know what that is now, but
That's good, Johnny.
No.
What, Johnny?
PZ asked if did they do drugs.
Who? Me and him?
She says no.
Good.
I mean, me and him together or me and him separate?
You and him together.
You got together to party.
Did y'all party?
Together? No.
Is it
No,
true
not
that when
yet.
Eric is it true that when Eric came over and you met him, you contacted somebody and sent a text and said for some reason Eric smells like ammonia, solvents, rotten eggs, burning plastic, and
No,
vinegar?
it was straight up just obey.
Mushrooms. You smell like mushrooms.
Obey. That's the only thing I can smell. That's the truth.
Is it true that Foss asked you if he could cook in your kitchen?
Yes. I'm not kidding about the obey.
When he came over to your house, was he still trying to wear that haircut as the Caesar and push it all forward and it looked like feathers?
Tommy, what's up, Tommy?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Tommy Lucchese in a fucking while. Where's he been?
He got mad at us.
Angel hasn't been on for a week or so, right? 10 days.
She's coming on tomorrow night. I got to tell you guys something, and I
Are
don't
you
know.
going to ask the same questions to him about me?
Oh yeah. He ain't gonna tell the truth
Okay.
because he's got.
Tommy Lucizi's not in the middle of somebody going to prison potentially.
Here's
Not
the
that we know.
thing. You guys are gonna find this out tomorrow, and I probably shouldn't say anything. Angel's been so sick. I feel so bad for her. Way sicker than I was. She her left vocal cord is paralyzed. She has a real. It doesn't even sound like her anymore. You'll see it tomorrow. She sounds like.
Do you see
this.
Angel was sticking up for what's his
Nice.
name? Where are you going?
What?
Oh, I thought you said
be
shy.
nice. I said
Michelle,
be nice.
Michelle, can we see your room?
Hi, Angel.
Yeah,
Angel's
Angel was
so
sticking up for
going
Rourke. Did you hear about this?
on.
I didn't.
You
I
wanna see
read
my
it on
room?
Hi, Angel. Hi, Angel.
She was sticking up for
She was
Mickey
sticking
Rourke.
up
Mickey
for-
Rourke came out and said that he never knew, or he doesn't agree with the GoFundMe. And the insider information that I'm getting is the agents or manager explained it to him, and I don't know if he took it in or not. I wasn't there. And once they got to the number, somebody else came in and gave him money. And then he's like, "Oh, I don't want the GoFundMe money." That's what I heard. I mean, I'm not blaming him or condemning him. I'm just telling you what I heard. So, I still like him. I think he's a good actor, but I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Hopefully, he's okay.
Yeah, he fucked himself up. He's had a tough life. He's got all them fruity dogs too. Michelle, let's get back to your situation. So, have you ever evacuated a pregnancy?
We're okay.
Evacuated. That's a term. No.
Wow.
Evacuation.
Carol H wanted me to ask you.
Evacuation. Now.
Watch
Carol
her face.
evacuated.
7.
Carol evacuated a baby like 6 months ago, and she's 57.
Couldn't believe I was watching that lady take a pregnancy test the other night at the bathroom, but she didn't know how to do it. I
I
never
like him.
seen where you have to use the dropper. I just seen the ones where you pee on them.
Yeah, that woman's a loon.
Holy shit.
I don't think anybody sent her any money but me.
Jim, we got 180. We got 180, Jim.
Really?
180 people.
Smash the like. I sound so rough.
And only 22 likes.
I've been doing live streams all day. Seriously.
I know. I watched every one of them today.
What do you know about this douchebag Sashio? What do you know about this guy?
Me?
Yeah,
I don't know. What's up with him?
it's a coward.
What's up with Lefty and he's got all this bling bling I saw?
Oh, 42 likes.
Here's a live look in. Monkeys in the back, please, real quick here. Bring this up. I just paused it. Here is Watcher of Crazy live. She has 38 watching her, Johnny. 30 fucking 8 people. Look at that. Look at that.
How many people are like? Click the chat. Who's in the
Look,
chat?
there's MRH.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking loser.
He's getting unmodded.
Cranky C5, Doug Ross, Honeybee, Joy Perry.
Most of these people, I don't even know who
Look
they
at them
are.
all. Look at them all dipping. Look at them all dipping. She's got
We
about
see
8 people
you.
over there.
We see you.
God, we snuffed Ron Tello out as a low life. I mean, those were actually his toenails. We sniffed him out like 2.5 years ago.
This guy shits in a bucket, lives in a garage. His prick, remember his girlfriend told us they were in a van and they tried to fuck and his dick was like a fucking popcorn shrimp.
Yep, I remember that.
And it was all noodly. Now, let's get back to Michelle Meltdown. Michelle, you need to find a nice guy. You date black guys?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I get down with the brown.
Why do you like black guys?
I mean, I like them just as much as white guys, I guess.
How tall are you? Let's get down to business here. How
I'm
tall are
5'3".
you? How much you weighing?
I'm probably weigh about 135.
Oh,
pounds.
get the fuck out of here, 135.
65, 75, 85. No, I probably weigh 140 at the most.
One what?
35.
The guy who got hit with a flagpole, is he your brother, right?
Yeah.
What is his affliction?
Why does everyone keep asking me that?
Because he gets a check every month, and we think it's sick that Eric Foss would put him in a headlock, and he came out to defend his sister. God bless him. He should have came out with a pistol.
Yeah, I was told by Hoosier Daddy, who's been around a long time, that he's half a Mongo. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't think he's a mongoloid, is he?
No.
Oh, okay. I must have got that wrong.
I think her brother worked in a factory, got hit in the head with a pipe or something. That's what I heard. Like something fell, like a steel girder fell on his back.
You mean?
So you're not allowed to say what happened to him or what's wrong with him?
No, I'm not talking about my brother's medical conditions on the internet.
Is it mental or is it physical? Can you go that far?
It's physical.
No, because then you're going to keep talking. It's just not. He's an adult, and I'm not going to give out his medical business.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's
weird. It's not.
Get him up here, though.
Relevant.
So we can ask
it's not
him.
relevant.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if Eric Foss attacked a mentally handicapped man, that's very
Objection, relevance.
Well, I'll tell you
but
what.
she don't want to talk about her brother.
Yeah, she don't want to talk about it, and it's bad enough that we've already got her brother's picture in court. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Gross! What do you?
Oh my God.
He was in court about 3 weeks ago. He went in there to give a deposition and wore this up, saying that it was St. Patrick's Day. Nice kid.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be mean. I was just trying to understand fully what's going on. Because I've heard so much stuff. I don't know.
Is he older or younger?
He's younger than me. He's younger than me.
When he came back, when everything is done, this has nothing to do with Foss, but when everything is done and the whole incident is over and everybody comes back into the house, was anybody like, who the fuck is that guy and that lady? Like, if that happened over at my house and I came back in, my parents would be like, who the fuck are these people? Like, how do they know where we live?
I was in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, were your parents like, why are these animals outside our house?
They were not happy. At me.
And this is at this time is when your dad spanked you. He said, pull down your pants. It's time for you.
Terry.
It's time to red the bottom.
Yeah, they were not happy.
Remember when Delvie's uncle was giving her spankings and she was like 19 and he got her right out of the shower?
Sick bastard.
So she was so fucked up, she ate so much, she gained 400 pounds. Remember that?
Now, let's get to know Michelle outside of this Eric Foss thing. What does she think about Leanne Hicks?
I don't know much about Leanne.
Airhead?
I don't know about her really. Like I don't know.
Would you trust her husband and you alone if nobody was in the house? Just asking.
Would I trust her husband and me alone?
Hold on, let me bring up the court papers.
What does he look like?
I got a question, Jim. You can ask a question. I'll ask a question. So I actually, this is a two-part question.
Picture?
So are you a betting person? Do you bet?
Me?
Yeah. Are you a better?
Yeah, I bet.
Okay. So let me ask you this: a watcher crazy over under 6 abortions. What do you
Oh,
take?
I don't want to really talk about why she's crazy. She's
Over under 6. So okay, we'll go 5.5.
I heard over, but I don't know.
I'd take the over 2 minus 130.
I heard over.
How do you even know Leanne?
Me?
Yeah.
From around.
Has she ever been on your panel?
No, from her, Leanne, and Palmina, and there was
Do you
another
know
one.
her? Do you know her husband?
No.
All right, Johnny. See this in the back? Somebody just. I guess this is his Facebook photo.
Are you gonna steal her? For real?
Yeah. Here's a picture of. I think this is this. Is this Leanne's husband here? Oh no, that's not him. Wait,
It's me.
I can't tell. Is that him?
It's me. Fish is on her panel.
Allegedly.
Yeah, the other Lex.
Jim.
Yes, that's the right person. Yes, or Fletch.
Jim.
Or whatever.
Tommy's saying that Fish is on her panel right now.
Yeah, Fish is more of the tree fungus. He's more of the tree
Fish,
fungus.
I just nodded him.
Fish is a dirtbag. This is a guy who jerks off into Italian ice and serves it to kids in parks. What a sick.
Come on.
Yeah. Oh, we've got the videos.
Let's go to Fish. Let's
blows a batch into his fucking lemon sherbet and get.
Stone Sailor, are you alive? He's on mute. Stone Sailor, why are you on mute?
On a phone call.
No, I'm not. I'm not on mute. I'm listening.
I haven't heard from you in a while. You all right back there? Okay.
I got some other questions, Jim, from Michelle.
Sure.
What's
Go
that?
ahead, ask away.
You ever been with 2 men?
No.
Chicks?
Women. 2 men or 2 women? What's the question?
You ever messed around with chicks?
Have I ever been with a chick, like sexy time with a chick? No.
You know, maybe a little licking of the beeve.
No.
Fingers?
No. No.
No. How about the RJ?
Howard Stern.
You ever played with the crayon?
Crayon?
Yeah, the crayon is when a woman takes a little poop and you write on the walls with
No.
Oh my God.
No.
Damn.
What?
No scissor action. Who's her daddy?
Who's your dad? He's a sick fuck. Well, we got to know Michelle a little bit better, I think.
Come hang out anytime.
I've never been on Michelle's show. I was never invited.
Hey, this is Michelle's first time being on my show, Mr. X.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know if I ever spoke to her before. Now I'm trying to think. Maybe on
but she's been in my chat. But she's been in my chat a lot.
This was a fun night, hey?
Yeah. It was fun.
Eh?
Well, this was productive meeting today.
It was interesting.
Nobody's getting beat up or arrested.
No.
Michelle's numbers are going to go through the roof.
So,
yeah.
Good. She's a good creator. Great content creator. She
please
deserves
subscribe.
it.
I like when she went live from that bar and there was just some of the seediest dudes in there. I hope somebody walked you to your car. There was some guys in there. I mean, that was a where was that?
That was on Harvard Road in Baltimore County. Yep. And that's it. Yep.
It reminds me of one of those places where you need like a tetanus shot after you leave.
I did not want to go there, but I had fun.
It looked like fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it looked like fun.
Oh, I should hang out with you, Jesse, the treehouse. I see you. All right, you guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to lose my voice if not. I won't be able to talk tomorrow.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, I'm going to drop down too, guys.
Hold on. We got a couple more questions coming in, then you could go. Just give us a minute.
Yeah. A few more questions.
Bought that Saccio a 4-foot double fister on loan for the week. Oh. Any last questions, comments, or concerns?
You said you're into any kind of man, right? Doesn't matter, black, white, right?
Right.
Would you bang a midget?
You know what? No. I mean, I don't know. I have a friend that is a little person.
Jim, is that you?
But probably not. No.
Bring it up. Bring him up.
No. No offense to them.
Oh, gonna get.
I'm gonna cut your head off. Man. I'm gonna cut your head off if you go to trial.
No,
What happened?
that
Who was
wasn't
that? Was
Eric.
that Foss?
No, that wasn't.
That was a little risque of him.
Well, anyway,
him.
anyway, Jim, I got to show you something that I got today in the mail.
Uh-oh.
Everybody's talking about this, Jim.
Yeah, everybody's
Every
talking
time-
about it. There it is, Jim.
Oh, that's not the thing I wanted to show.
Huh?
That's badass.
my new-
Red Dead Redemption.
Now it's my new for my laptop and my desktop microphone. But hold on, I gotta
like
also
it.
show. But
Yeah,
I also
show the
gotta
thing
show-
I sent.
I gotta show you what Mr. X sent me.
Show both of them.
Okay. And here is this 3-in-1 7-Eleven Slurpee Days on Patrol cup.
He's got it now, Jim. That's the cup that you could put 3 different flavors of ices in. I got that when I went trick-or-treating live in Playa del Rey. I took that off somebody's front porch. They created that. They were giving it out for the candy. Those things
And
are like
then-
$30 each.
And then Mr. X sent this too. And we already decorated it. Boom! XN microphone.
Bedazzled now, Jim. It's pink.
Bedazzled.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
But here's some good news. Katie, the one that made our shirts, she's making us another couple of shirts, Jim. And she's
Okay,
gonna
good.
make stickers. She's gonna make stickers of XNN News, Johnny TV, and Jim Carrey TV, and I'm gonna put them all around the microphone.
Good.
Yep. And that's when we do on Gays on Patrol. We can show the microphone. I can be talking to people, and they can be talking back into the microphone. You know
I
what
like
I mean?
that. Johnny, let me go ahead and bring this up, Johnny. Let me go ahead and give you a new update. 44 people watching Watcher of Crazy. She's got this guy on Trock Cock or whatever, some douchebag. Here we go. Ron Tello, there it is. Basically, what you have here is a woman who had 6 abortions and 2 guys that should have been aborted. 45 people. Thank you.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna hop down. Thank
me
you,
too.
guys.
See you
Thank you,
later, guys.
Michelle.
Thank you for having me,
Michelle.
Johnny.
Oh, you're
You have any
welcome.
pets?
Thanks. It was fun.
Do you have any pets?
See everybody.
You have any pets?
I do.
What do you
I
have?
have 2 dogs. Good night.
Let's see.
Bye.
Bring the dog.
Bye.
She's out of here.
Question: is Johnny Yarbrough a person? Yes, other Lex. I am a person. Yes, I am.
Damn. I like when they call him Johnny Yardbird. They don't even know his fucking name over on Sashio. That's who Yardbird is. They don't know it's Yarborough.
Idiot. All right, I'm about to take off too. I got to get some things done.
All right, Mr. X.
Yeah,
Thank
Johnny,
you.
I think you have proven your point. You beat Watcher of Crazy's dick into the fucking ground. I mean, her asshole has got to be sore as fuck from the sodomization she received tonight on YouTube. Hopefully, she's learned a valuable lesson that without us, she's nothing.
You're welcome for the membership. You're welcome for the membership.
There you go, Johnny. How much longer are you staying on? Because otherwise, I'll listen to when I'm in the gym.
I'm probably going to sign off because I got to eat dinner and everything.
What are you eating?
BLT tonight.
Nice. I like that. I'm getting hungry. I might have got to get something after this gym.
Yeah. Oh, you know what happened, Mr. X? When I went to we went to go get your gift card over there at the restaurant.
Yes. I like
They
it.
they were closed today.
Fuck.
Yeah, so we got to go tomorrow, and that's when I'm gonna mail the packages off tomorrow.
Okay. We'll figure it out. I mean,
Yeah.
do what you got to do. You don't have to do anything. We'll get that to Jim no matter what. Don't worry about me. But if
No,
you
I'm
send it,
fine
I
with-
will definitely use it and take it because I go there probably once a month.
Yeah, we're gonna give it to you. Like I said, I keep my word. I don't go back on my word.
I'm hungry.
All right, hey, and I forgot to ask Jim. Me and PZ want to do Gays on Patrol with y'all on Crab Leg Friday. Okay.
Yeah, it's up to Jim. I don't know what he's got planned, but yeah, I mean, yeah, we probably could do that. And I think the weather's going to be better this weekend. So there you go. All right, Johnny, I'm out of here.
Okay. Yeah.
Peace out.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Mr. X. Everybody. Looking for love and wrong. Here I am. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm back with the brand new fact. Barbara Buffalo, I just want to say, Barbara Buffalo, I love you so much. I want you to know that you are awesome, Barbara. Texas Granny, thank you for all the nice things you've done for Johnny TV and everything. And DeMarcio, thank y'all so much. And let me play this song and we're going to get out of here. Okay, guys? Okay. Here we go. Let's see which one I want to play. Let me play this one first right here. I'll be right back. Oh, wrong one. Let's play this one here.